Yo, what's good? What's good, everyone? How's it going? Yo, there's so much that we're gonna have to talk about this whole week and the next week. It's a big, it's a big week for gaming. So I was like, man, let's go over some things early before the Summer Game Fest. So you're gonna see me working overtime, man. Working overtime because we got too much to talk about. I'm hyped for the stream, and we're gonna talk a little bit more than just gaming. That's what we do here. We love to talk about all sorts of relevant things, pop culture related. Appreciate the sub, but appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Happy Tuesday, I believe it is, right? We in Tuesday? Let me make sure. Let me verify. Oh yes, we certainly are Tuesday. Thank you for the sub, V-Stars. Yo, what's good, everyone? Let me see what's up. Yo, Retromania, appreciate you coming through, Retromania. You put out a good video the other day talking about video game RPG waifus. That was a good video, bro. Shout out to you. Appreciate the sub. But let's see. Web Dave, what's up? He said, "Let's rock." Hell yeah, bro. Let's rock. Let's kill it. Let's kill it this week. I'm hoping to be hyped. But you know what? I get hyped after shit goes down. Okay? If I'm seeing that, oh, we getting some heat. We have something to look forward to. That's when I get hyped. When I actually see the games. Okay, that's when I like to get hyped. But we're gonna talk about that. Why is shit blowing up all of a sudden? Appreciate the sub, bro. I'm still trying to get Botrix to figure out what Botrix wants to do with itself. So be patient. But yo, Words of Paradise, what's good with you? A stream basically responded to Dreamcast. Now, look, I ain't trying to respond to Dreamcast at this point. I just want to discuss like the issues with the industry and gamers and getting overhyped about shit, man. Like that's an important discussion because we do it to ourselves time and time again. Okay, and I'm part of it. Honestly, I thought that the PlayStation Showcase was going to be a lot better than it turned out to be. So I'm a part of the problem. That's why we're going to discuss, man. Alex Receiver, what's good with you, bro? Always pulls up to the streams, bro. Alex, much love to you. Yo, this thing is just blowing up, but hey, we gonna rock with it. Pierce Taylor says Dreamcast guy wants to start a YouTube war, bruh. Nah, it ain't like that. But Dreamcast guy's a big dude, so he's subject to criticism, obviously. Livewire 4K, what up? The month is still open by. The mouth is still open, of course. Oh, hold up. Let's see. Goddamn, appreciate the subs. This is like backed up subs. I think we're almost caught up. Oops. Let's see. People don't realize how much of a problem it is, bro. Hold up. People don't realize how much of a problem it truly is, man. But let me get through the chat. Say what's up to everyone. It's good to see Livewire 4K as usual. Oznot, my homie Oznot, who's gonna be at the Too Real for Feels podcast this Thursday. Guys, definitely tune in for that. I'm hoping to have two dope ass guests. If everything goes smoothly, it's gonna be an interesting one. We're gonna have TJ and Oz pull up. We're gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be right after the Summerfest showcase, so it's gonna be interesting. Prisma, what's good with you, Prisma? RPG Crow, something tells me you smoke weed. No, I've never smoked weed in my life, and I'm not even joking about that. I'm high on life, man. I'm high on life. Okay, I don't need to actually smoke weed. Okay, I mean, like, bro, I'm the type of person. I have a couple of drinks once or twice a month, and just keep it moving. I ain't trying to be caught up in no addictions. It's not me personally. You guys do you at the end of the day. Yo, words, man. Aw, man, you too kind. Yo, thanks for the 5. You said a 5er for the honesty. Look, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. That's just what it is. Look, that's what's gotten me as far as it's gotten me. And hey, that's just what it is. Smoke weed every day, Spencer. Hey, if that's how you do. Yo, some people need to smoke to chill, and I get that. It really just depends on the person you are. To me, I think the main reason I would never smoke weed is because, well, that's something I would have to financially support, and I'm cheap like that, bro. I can't. I I avoid addictions because I don't want the expenditure of it. Like imagine like yo being addicted to cigarettes, man. Imagine, bro, paying all that money just to slowly kill yourself. That shit kills me inside just thinking about. Michael Joe, what's good with you? Bitch Luffy. What? Excuse me. I don't know what came over here. Yo, Astro Cyborg, what's good with you, fam? Said try time to crush Dreamcast guys' dreams. Let's fucking go! Yo, you be wildin' out here. Yo, Astro be wildin' out here. Copa! What's good with you, Copa? You said Rage Cage. Man, thank you so much for pulling up, guys. Yo, guys, if you're in the chat, hit the like button. That's all I ask, man. Just, you know, the likes, being here, I appreciate y'all. It really helps the channel. Things, like, honestly, thank you guys for everything. Like, you guys definitely made, like, you guys are the main proprietors of whatever I get out of this, man. Like, honestly, so thank you. I definitely like appreciate you guys all the time, especially yo. I see the usual suspects, and that means a lot to me. Mercy is for the weak. Alec Hunter made a video attacking you. Will you respond to him? I don't know who the fuck that is. Whatever, man. I don't know what he's responding to, but what is he wants to be hyped too for gaming? Is that what it is? Happy gaming month, hell yeah. And yes, the waifus for the win. Yo, Fire God, Lemonade King, what's good with you, fam? Neozoic, what's good with you? Yo, Lemonade, you need to change your name back to the Lemonade King, okay? Straight up. You are the Lemonade King, all right? Pierce Taylor, what's good with you, fam? Yokai Gypsy, what's up, homie? And Xbox Defense Force Commander Rich, what is good? Deathmaster234, what is up, fam? Good to see y'all. Yeah, we do have Freddy Krueger. I'm just saying, but real quick, I just want to give a shout out to the channel members because I appreciate y'all. I really do. Just the fact that you stick by someone like me, y'all, it means a lot. But shout out to Hustle and Motivate, Our Carry, Get This Work, AB Limits. Oops, I missed it. It went bye-bye. Alex vs. Evil, RC Scott, John Shepard, Orange Hat Reviews, Gray Early, Admiral T, Hargeet Chennai, Words of Paradise, Damon's Ghost, Tokyo TZTV, Adriano Italiano, Overcooked Octopus Feet, Deathmaster234, Butch Luffy, Retromania, I'm Man Rich Swaglord, Talos Re, 5 Izzy 5, Fake Parabear, Livewire 4K, Arc 0606, Tatsu-sama, and General Vague. Appreciate y'all for believing in an asshole like me. Guys, if you want access to the Discord, just a basic membership gets you full access to the Discord, to the absolute tomfoolery that we have up in there. Cigarettes, by the way. Oh, I smoked weed for years. I should have given it up years before I did. Yeah, nah, like, honestly, it's like when you think about, like, I can't imagine thinking of, like, years worth of money spent giving it up to, like, an addiction. Like, but then again, I've never had an addictive personality. It's like, have I tried stuff in the past? Yeah. Do they stick with me? No. Thankfully, it's beneficial in many ways, both health and money-wise, right? But Yokai Gypsy, everything's good, man. Chilling. Oh, shit. Yokai says, I'd rather smoke weed than those explosive cigarettes. Hey, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think cigarettes are probably, like, the worst thing, man. It's such a bad habit. Thankfully, they have, like, those e-cigs, which is, you know, not that that's healthy either, but it's a decent alternative. Yo! No! Unforgiven, dog! No! Anything but that. He says, Cassie, where are you hiding your Dreamcast guy body pillow with the open mouth feature, bruh? God damn, homie. Y'all are vicious. Y'all are vicious demons. But man, I ain't lying when I said what I said. Look at this shit. Hold up. I'm gonna remove my face because I don't want this face going anywhere near that face. Every thumbnail, dog. And the most recent one that came out 5 hours ago. Look at the thumbnail, dog. Was I lying? And he's pointing at his open mouth. What is going on here? every thumbnail. Everyone. The only one is literally when he's face palming, but under that face palm, he still has an open mouth. Oh, he put his fucking pinky in his mouth, bruh. Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I chased y'all away. I know. I know I chased y'all away. I'm sorry. My sincerest apologies. I just want y'all to know I ain't lying. Damn, you hate Dreamcast? Man, no hate to the dude, but like, there's just some things that some people do that I think gets under everyone's skin. Let's just put it that way, right? I probably do something that gets under someone's skin. Let's be real now. I think everyone does that one thing. Even if you married to someone, I'm sure there's that one thing that your spouse does that's like, it's gotta be like, every human being has that one thing. Yo, Cannoli Sasquatch, Jacob, good to see you guys. Zero Dozer, what's good with you, fam? Doba Fett, really good to see you. Always good to see y'all. Don't like YouTubers want to take other YouTubers' videos. Like, in what way? He does get views. I guess it does work. I mean, but then again, like, dude's been doing YouTube since like a decade. At least a decade. So I mean, yo, Hellish Spirit, what's up? He asks, Cassie, can you fight? I don't really do fighting. I am a pacifist by nature, but I'm not a hippie. I actually like hippies, but they're kind of stupid. I like to call libertarians, which is what I am, hippies that are actually intelligent. But naturally, a libertarian is the type of person that we don't fight. We're pacifistic by nature because the basic concept of imposing your will upon anyone else in any way possible is a no. But let's just say libertarians, they tend to carry arms in another way. In self-defense, obviously. That's typically how it goes. That is where the main differentiating factor. But let me see. Dreamcast guy, that dude been doing content for a long time. I'm curious, how long though? How long has Dreamcast that guy done content? Because it's like the dude has been doing it for fucking for well over a decade, and I mean, dude's got like, let's see, he's got 232,000 subs. So I mean, he's been at it for a long time. Yo, what's good with you, Cannoli? Appreciate you coming through, bro. And I mean, you could be Dreamcast guy with your 232 subs, doing it for like, 10 plus years. I think he's done it for more than 10 years. Or you could be Happy Console Gamer, someone that keeps his dignity, isn't a sellout, has 300k subs, and he could definitely have had more if he had sold out. But that's the dude right there. That's a fucking Chad, all right? All right, this is a fucking Chad right here, guys. Don't be a Dreamcast guy. Be a Happy Console Gamer. That's a fucking Chad if I ever seen one. All right. All right. No open mouth thumbnails, bros. Or at least they're not in every thumbnail. All right. That's a Chad. Shout out to Happy Console Gamer. I've been watching that dude forever. That's my dude right there. Yo, John, what's good with you, bro? What's good? Good to see y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through for real. But I mean, look, when it does come to Dreamcast guy, gotta do our due diligence and wishing. We gotta wish the man. Hold up. We got 36 concurrent viewers in the chat. Man, y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. 21 likes. I appreciate y'all. I don't ask for much. Just hit the like button if you can for me. Helps the channel. Helps me get out there. Yes! John with that energy said, smack that motherfucking like. Appreciate y'all. Let's try to hit 40 likes by the end of the stream. That's the goal. That's the goal. I'm gonna have to like create like we gotta copy Hypno, man. Hypno, he always has like a reward for the chat if they hit the like goals. We gotta come up with that. We gotta come up with that. All right, we're gonna work on it. I have to work on it. See, we all gotta work on a little something about us. So keeping it 100, I got stuff I need to work on too. All right, no one's perfect. Dreamcast guy ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. But real quick, guys, I do want to wish the man, Dreamcast guy, a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dreamcast guy. I mean, oh shit, hold up. That ain't Dreamcast guy. Oh shit. Happy birthday to the man of our dreams. Oh, Robert England. Oh, oops. I thought that was Dreamcast. My bad. Yo, happy birthday, Robert England from Nightmare on Elm Street. Alright. Real talk though. I know I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely happy birthday to the GOAT, Robert England. I'm not a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, but it's like Nightmare on Elm Street is an important pillar for the slashers. I've always been a Michael Myers fangirl, straight up. Shit, like I do like Jason as well. Freddy, but big respect to Robert England. Dude actually enjoys being Freddy. Like he's spoken about wanting to come back. I know they did him dirty with that remake and didn't bring him back. And I think that's a big reason that people don't like that one. But straight up, happy birthday to Robert England. For real. RPG Crow says, out of the 80s slashers, Freddy was my favorite. Just had the personality that made him stand out. Fair enough, man. I think we all have our favorite slasher, but I think we could definitely appreciate and respect the main ones out there. He's really good as Freddy. Jeremy Brown says, I'm legit afraid of Michael Myers and I love it, bro. You know how long Michael Myers made me afraid of my basement, dog? I watched the original Halloween when I was 4. I was damn near in my 20s by the time I got over being afraid of my basement. I was like, yo, Michael Myers down there, man. I did see Halloween Ends, Jacob. I wasn't a fan. I think I did a review, if I'm not mistaken. My memory sucks, y'all. I did a review, and I was sick. And I was sick during Halloween Kills, so I think someone was telling me not to watch these films. But I ended up watching them anyway. Nightmare on Elm Street is a mess series overall, but Robert Englund is a legend. Yeah, I mean, like, yo, you know, sometimes, you know, you have a series that is but you could appreciate the people that were passionate to give it a go. Robert Englund is definitely passionate about his role as Freddy, so it's cool to see that kind of passion, you know? Straight up, it's really cool to see that passion. Yo, Frostfang, what's good with you, fam? Delta, what's up, homie? Halloween Ends wasn't bad until the very ending of the movie. So when Halloween Ends kind of became a Halloween movie is when you started to hate it. The problem with Halloween Ends is that the writer and the director literally was like, let's just rip off Christine, which I love Christine, but that's not a Halloween film. Christine is a great Carpenter film. You could tell that the homies that were behind this most recent Halloween trilogy, that they were Carpenter fanboys. But after that first Halloween 2018, they wanted to do other things. Like Halloween Kills just felt like a Jason flick. Halloween Ends literally ripped off Christine. So like they wanted to do other things after that. So they probably should have just originally when they did 2018, they weren't expecting it to do as well as it did. They made a film so that if they didn't greenlight a sequel, it would be fine on its own, which was a smart thing. But then it's like, oh man, Halloween film, that film did amazing, so we're gonna have 2 more. Deathmaster says I'm a fan of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Hell yeah, bro. I enjoy Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street, but I understand. I understand his following, and I mean, at the end of the day, we slasher fans, so I get it. I liked seeing him being put in a wood chipper. Michael is definitely my favorite too, Michael Joe. But I can tell why Michael's your favorite, bro. I can tell. It's pretty obvious. If I do say so myself. I saw Evil Dead Rise. It was whatever. But then again, I'm not a big Evil Dead fan to begin with. I like the original. I'm not big into like horror comedy. Pull yeah. Yo, Jaws is one of the greatest films ever, bro. Straight up. Yeah, I appreciate you, Retro. I appreciate you, bro. I wasn't gonna give Evil Dead Rise the time of day. No Bruce Campbell means it's not Evil Dead. The 2013 remake is a rare exception. So the only reason why I ended up saying Evil Dead Rise is shout out to Big Mike. Big Mike, he definitely pulls out the wallet, the credit card. I ended up watching in Discord chat. So shout out to Big Mike for being nice enough to share with the crew. Appreciate you, bro. Jaws is fucking fantastic. I took my mom to see Rise her birthday weekend, and it was a lot of fun. Hey, no, that's cool. That's cool to hear, Astro. I'm glad that you and your mother had a good time. That's what's up, man. Wait, so we're not gonna talk about the GOAT Scary Movie? Yo, V-Stars, bro, no. You know, I enjoyed Scary Movie when I was like 10, 11 years old. You know, like you enjoy that when you're a kid. Some people, they like that kind of those types of flicks, and I ain't mad at you if you do. I can't do it no more. Like, shout out to Big Mike. He knows what he said. Yo. RPG Crow says, I enjoyed Rise. In my opinion, Mommies with the Maggots Now is one liner of the year. Okay. I ain't mad at you if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, man, good on you. Personally, I wasn't a fan. It had some good moments. Some moments I did like. Others, Oh my god, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Overcooked. Octopus Feet, what's good with you, bro? Good to have you here. Yes, Astro's right. Campbell, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell were executive producers for Rise. So, I mean, hey, you know, I understand if you don't want to watch it because, you know, Campbell isn't, you know, in front of the screen, but he was involved. So, I mean, that's cool. You know, he definitely got his palms greased. So that's the dude. A lot of people love Bruce Campbell. I understand, you know, love and admiration. The redhead in Evil Dead Rise, like she's a good actress. I gotta give her props. She definitely sold that shit. She was vicious. I gotta give her props. Paris looked good in Scary Movie, but she's gone all Dreamcast guy now. No! Oh man, anything but that. Anything but that. Neozoic says, Cassie, movie recommendation, Stage Fright, a 1987 slasher film. I've heard of that. I know I didn't see it. Okay. That's interesting. I'll keep it in mind. Appreciate the recommend, Neo, as always. Yo, Rez! Yo, man, what's good with you, fam? Good to see you as always. Rezzy, what's good with you, man? Was watching Rezzy stream Diablo 4 last night on his Twitch. It was a fun time. Have you ever seen Slumber Party Massacre? Is that the original Slumber Party? Hold on. Is that the new? Oh no, there's an old film and then a new one. I've never seen these, but I know what you're talking. I've never seen these, but I heard that they're good. I heard that they're good. There's definitely a lot of horror flicks from like the 70s and 80s that I definitely need to catch up on. Too many net problems, but it was fun. So, hey, you guys made it work. Have you seen the Scream movies? I've seen the original. I'm not a big fan of Scream. I've held, admittedly so, and this is my own fault. I've had a little resentment towards Scream. Scream kind of changed the way slasher movies were to a way that I personally hated. So I've always held a little resentment for Scream. How has nobody mentioned The Exorcist? That's the GOAT. Nah, The Exorcist is one of the greatest horror films ever. Especially when that shit dropped, bro. It's there's a creepiness to The Exorcist that lives on today. If it be behind the scenes, you know, I'd say the subplot to me is creepier now to watch than the actual main plot. The thing with Kurt Russell, oh hell yeah, that's my jam. Oh my gosh, yo, I need to make a freaking old school film channel. At some point, I do want to do watch parties, but on Kick. So if I could get the usual suspects to convert to Kick, that's my goal. We could do watch-alongs on Kick where I could just stream the fucking movie. Fuck it, right? Alien and Aliens, hell yeah! You like Scary Movie 1, 2 more than more than the Scary Movie franchise? I got you. Exorcist is indeed like one of the greatest horror films ever. But guys, I definitely don't wanna. It's not a movie stream per se. Okay, we're gonna discuss a flop that I'm happy about, but John Carpenter list stream for our collective birth. Ooh, tier list stream. That would definitely be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. I haven't seen a lot of Carpenter's later films, like his last few. Night of the Living Dead. I love the OG and the remake. The original is always the best, but the remake is up there. Like I think it's one of the greatest remakes ever made. Italians make great horror movies. Hell yeah, like Giallo films. I love Giallo films. I love them. But guys, let's not divulge too heavy. Cause we do have to discuss the upcoming, it's a big time for gaming. We got upcoming events. I will be streaming the Summer Game Fest June 8th. I'm not sure what to expect, man. I'm not sure what to expect. I don't like to get my hopes up. But there's definitely a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, the Xbox Showcase I'm also going to be streaming. PC Gaming Show, I'm not going to stream that. I'm sorry. Look, I love PC, but their PC gaming shows always suck balls. I ain't going front. You guys know I keep it 100. And Miss Cannoli Sasquatch, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you. Starfield 120 FPS. It needs to be. It's cool that they did just announce the Capcom Showcase. I'm hoping one thing that'll get me to buy Street Fighter is if we got my boy Fei Long in Street Fighter 6. I'll cop. I'll cop that. That's the one thing I need there. I need my boy Fei Long. Okay, we spent Street Fighter 5 without the man. He was in Street Fighter 4. We need to have homie in Street Fighter 6. We have like all the OGs in Street Fighter 6, if I'm not mistaken. Or except Fei Long. Dragon's Dogma 2 release date. Ooh. I still need to go through Dragon's Dogma 1. I played it a little bit and it was good. It was good. I just didn't have the time to put into it, but I would definitely enjoy, like, at some point finding the time to go through that game. Need Rainbow Mika in my life in Street Fighter 6. Hey, I know. I understand. I understand. What's the one thing that will get me? Probably, honestly speaking, just thinking off the top of my head, probably Skate 4. I love skateboarding games. I've always been a fan of skateboarding games. If we got Skate 4, I would be hyped. I would. What would get you guys hype as shit? You want RE4 DLC? I ain't mad at you, bro. I know that Resident Evil's your thing. If they announce Skate 4, bro, I know that they're gonna fuck us over. I get it. It's EA, but look, man, Activision merged the group that made the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Remake 1 and 2. They merged them into Blizzard. I was fuming. I was pissed. Absolutely pissed, man. So I don't think we're gonna see Tony Hawk's Underground. I was hoping that would be next, you know? What are you gonna do, right? Deep Down, baby. Still holding out hope for Deep Down. I see you, bro. I see you. Right now, Capcom has nothing to offer me. Nah, it's understandable. Yo, to each their own. Hey, Orange Hat, what's good with you, fam? I was lurking your stream earlier. I was a little bit busy, but hope you had a good stream, fam. Skate 4 was announced, I think, 1 or 2 years ago. Yes, but we never seen anything. Like, we know it exists, but if they showed me a gameplay trailer and even, like, yo, just give me a gameplay trailer. Just show me what we're working with here. You know, it's about time that they showed us some Skate 4. You ain't wrong. Retro, you ain't wrong. They're gonna be having microtransactions. I already know. I know, but that's something I will simp for. Okay? Like, just honestly speaking, I love skate. I love skateboarding games. If, you know, if they gonna catch me, it's gonna be for something like Skate. Full disclosure, please talk me out of it, guys. Please talk me out of it. They want your money, Cast. They do. They do. Looking for a Lollipop Chainsaw remake. There is discussion that apparently on the 15th that they might show Lollipop Chainsaw. So that's going to be interesting. Look, I'm not getting my hopes up. We know it's 2023. Women are not allowed to look sexy. So we'll see what happens with Lollipop Chainsaw. That's all I'm saying. But the big one for me would be Skate 4. Tony Hawk's Project 8 intro is still a banger in 2023. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen that. I can't remember it. I have to go look it up again. Lords of the Fallen gameplay. Okay, I see you hyped for that. I see a few people that's hyped for the Lords of the Fallen game. NFTs and Skate. Oh, please don't tell me that, Spencer. Loving the Star Wars shirt, and I got the hat too. Okay, we keep it OG Star Wars here, baby. We don't talk about that Disney bullshit, okay? Still hoping for a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake. I'm hoping they're with you, RPG Crow, but unfortunately, the devs that made 1 and 2 remake, they're now part of Blizzard. So it's that hurt me. That hurt my soul. It did. So we'll see. Let me get something to drink real quick. Give me a sec. Derp says hail to you, by the way, Cass. Forgot to say hail, good sir. Good to see you, Derp. I hope you're doing well as always. God 42 homies in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys, bro. Appreciate y'all. Yo, Sandor said Conker's Bad Fur Day remake. Damn. Yeah, if it's true to the guys, like, yo, I will shill Lollipop Chainsaw if it's true to the original. It's important to shill for these games, man. To show the creators that we don't care what these prudish loser games journalists think about women. They should be allowed. If you want to make fat bitches in games, fine. But why can't we have females that actually, you know, look feminine and act feminine? Like, why can't we have that too? Like, women are different. That's the thing about women are this, women are that. Why do we have to have, like, why is it only that big brolic ass women are acceptable and fat women are acceptable? That's my question. If it holds true to the original, we can shill. Macaroni Tony says, bro, I was excited about Skate 4, but it's going to be paid to play online, like Fortnite Online. It's not going to have a main story like the other games. I doubt it'll even have a cool intro. You know, you're probably right. You're probably right. I did hear there's a big online mechanic to Skate. I mean, look, if they keep it cosmetics, I mean, you know, if it's just cosmetics, then hey, it is what it is. Now, if it's like NBA, I mean, what is it, 2K? Where like, oh, like you're going to grind just to be able to do a proper ollie. You're gonna have to grind in this game just to be able to pull off a perfect ollie, or you could pay to level up your character to be a good skater. Now, if it's some bullshit like that, now y'all can kiss my ass with that shit. But if it's just cosmetics, then, you know, it's like, but hey, V-Star says, hit that like button. Really appreciate you, bro. Definitely, yo, if guys are here, I'll ask, hit the like button, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Every game is focused on online only. When the hell are we going to make a good single-player horror game based on the movie? I wish Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a single-player game. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, you know? It would be cool if there was, like, at least a single-player element to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But, I mean, hey, you know, at least that you could tell that the devs are looking to make a good game, a good multiplayer game that adheres to the lore of Texas. All right, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Yo, Rocky, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Lollipop Chainsaw doesn't need a remake. What for? Now, with that, does it need a remake? No. Does it need a remaster? Yes. I think it genuinely needs a remaster that is obviously not censored. I would rather go for the remaster. Just unlock that frame rate, bring it to a modern platform. I think that would be good. But I do agree with you in a sense, but that game has definitely been left behind on, you know, 7th gen, locked at 30, unless you do emulate. I have went down the emulation route and got it to play at 60, so that's cool, but not everyone has access to be able to emulate, especially PS3. I mean, PS3, you know, does tax your PC to emulate PS3 games, so. But we have to have attractive men with 20 million muscles half naked. Actually, not even just attractive men, really. In Mortal Kombat 11, they'll have Baraka in a fucking thong. That's not attractive. All right, let's keep it 100. That's definitely not attractive. Oh man. But I know a lot of people are hoping for some a look at the Elden Ring DLC. Good luck to y'all. Hope you get that. Season Pass and Battle Pass is the worst thing to happen lately. You ain't lying, fam. Ooh, Gothic Chick, what's up? What's good? Hope you're doing well. Much love to you, fam. Us poor console peasants. Yo, y'all console Kremlins, man. Y'all get the shit end of the stick. Y'all do. Shout out to y'all, though, for hanging in there. You gonna stick with Lollipop Chainsaw on PS3? Rocky, I ain't mad at you, bro. Definitely, man. I got my copy too. PC Master Race, baby! Hell yeah, man. Look, you know, it's one of those things where I have my preference, but get your games however you can get your games, you know? At the end of the day, we just gamers, right? But another one that would be interesting to see that, you know, let's get some Silent Hill 2 remake gameplay. Let's see what's up with that. Because they announced it, they showed a little bit, but let's see what the gameplay is looking like, you know? What's your beef with Baraka? You got it going on. Yo, Macaroni Tony, fam! Oh, shit. Yo, Chad, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. He says, my dad gave me his PS3 after he got a Blu-ray player, so I got a big score there. Hey, man. Could do some retro gaming. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's funny, my dad, a few years ago, bought a PS4 just to watch movies on it. My brother ended up getting it. He doesn't use it because he's a PC gamer, but he ended up getting it, so hey. Colt, I love my Steam Deck. Yes! Retromania just recently got his Steam Deck and he's been thoroughly enjoyed it. Said this device changed my gaming life and brought back joy to my gaming life. I highly recommend it. Yo, that is great. That is awesome. That's always good to hear, you know? A piece of technology that actually helps you, gives you convenience, gives you options. I mean, that's awesome, you know? I want to get one at some point. My brother literally doesn't use his and it just sits there and it's like, bruh. How dare you? I have one sitting in my house and just collects dust, but it's not mine. Obviously, I respect other people's stuff. Yes, RPC S3 is amazing facts. It is. Xander says, I love console peasants. Endless entertainment. I can't even tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. Yeah. Yeah, that one is always rough. I mean, one thing we definitely don't expect to be there is, sadly, factions too. Something I was looking forward to from, you know, the console peasant realm. Because, well, let's face it, The Last of Us, the main story, single-player stuff don't appeal to me. I don't care anymore. 2 is just a horrendous garbage story. So give me some multiplayer. And apparently that's problematic as well. Can Naughty Dog do something that's not problematic in 2023? Or at least the past few years? Everything they fucking do is problematic. If it be releasing a garbage Last of Us Part 1 port to, you know, The Last of Us Part 2 being purposely divisive to now Factions 2 can't even launch the fucking thing. The struggle is real, man. But that's PlayStation's ace, though. Diablo 4 on Steam Deck is a revelation. Got one for my birthday. Ooh, okay, Sandor, good to hear, man. I've been enjoying. I just got done doing some side quests on Diablo 4. I've been thoroughly enjoying that game. I will definitely be playing more of that tonight. Tell the difference between 30 and 40 FPS on my Steam Deck. This is a huge cap. Yeah, I heard that 40 FPS kind of adds that extra layer of frame rate that at least makes, you know, the games more tolerable. Which it makes sense, you know? I mean, I'd rather have 40 than 30. Let's be real now. Any more. Give me all the frames. Every last one of them. John says Factions 2 is getting revised by Bungie to make a Battle Pass centered experience. Like every fucking thing else, right? Like every fucking thing else. But any other things you guys are hoping to see at the Summer Game Fest? I mean, it'd be nice to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There's been a lot of discussion around that, you know? But we might as well discuss that a little bit, you know? Because, you know, they've been talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I have some thoughts on it. No more 30 FPS. Damn right. Even if we move up to 40, make 40 the lowest common denominator. All right, let's move it up. You know, since consoles can't seem to nail 60 all the time, can we at least go from 30 to 40? At least let me know you motherfuckers are trying. Ooh, yo, Leon said Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Yo, facts. Shout out to Words of Paradise, who just hit 1K on his YouTube channel. Glad to see it, man. Happy to see it. Thursday is going to be lit. Oh, hell yeah, Thursday's going to be lit. You know I'm going to be... Yo, there's a lot of work for me to do on Thursday. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But let's discuss. Let us discuss. Because we got a little bit of tidbit of info on Final Fantasy VII. And I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I thought the combat could have been better, but here's to hoping that the sequel will improve on all that. Yo, Terra Enigma, what's good with you, fam? Really good to see you. Yeah, you so proud of Leon. Hell yeah, man. We proud of Leon. Leon puts in a lot of work. He's dedicated, so it's good to see the fruits of his labor being rewarded. Definitely check out Leon's content, man. Good dude. Check out Words of Paradise. Yo, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4 is the day one. It is. Facts. But Square Enix says you don't need to play Final Fantasy VII Remake before Rebirth. This is concerning to me. Like, how does that work? Do you guys just mean, well, oh, you're gonna do like a video that recaps everything that happened the last game, and then that's just supposed to be like what gets you up to date? Or are you kind of saying that like 7 Rebirth is gonna take like not be a direct sequel? It'll start like this other point in this universe, and then like the third game will kind of wrap it all up together? Because that would be fucking... I think both options would be ridiculous. Because it'd be weird if it's like it starts at this point. Like, that would just kind of like... I don't know. That would kind of just make things like... How do you say it? Like, play out weird, or the hype will kind of falter a bit. Hell yeah, Words of Paradise on the grind. Yo, Mo Chocolate, what's good with you, fam? Always good to see you. Mo Chocolate just hit 1K on his channel as well. He gave me a shout out on his 1K video. I appreciate you, Mo. Always good to see you, fam. Hope you're doing well. That dude puts in the work too. Shout out to Mo Chocolate. I like Mo Chocolate's edits, man. He definitely be killing it, especially on his TikTok content. He definitely puts in the work, and it shows. It definitely shows. So shout out to Mo Chocolate 9K. Much love to you, fam. But he says, I feel like it's a must playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I feel like that would be the case, right? Like, I don't understand. It's so weird. It's like, I understand that you just dying to get anybody and their mother to play your games. I get that, but like, it feels cheap when it feels like the games themselves are cheap when you're saying, oh, you don't have to play this massive release that this is the sequel of in order to experience the sequel. What does that even mean? The company recently said it's working on nailing down a release date for part 2 of the trilogy. Hopefully it comes out next year, you know? Because it's been a minute. Probably talking about having to have a save file in the first part, probably, but I can see them having a recap for part 1's events like Jedi Survivor. That's a good point, Tara. That's a good point. Maybe they're saying, like, in terms of your save file. That is a good point. I feel like it's a must playing. Yeah, there's a series that has a continuous story. Has the devs saying this before it drops. I feel like this has happened before, but I can't think of the title off the top of my head. Cult Square said the same for Kingdom Hearts 3. They lie all the time. Good point, Retro. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, Neon, let me see. RPG Crow says a trilogy should require you to play all. Exactly, because then it cheapens each entry, you know? You're saying that like, oh, this was actually worthless. I think that's like it would definitely be anticlimactic if like part 2 takes place at another point and not a direct sequel to part 1. That would just be weird. But Square Enix has said players won't need to have experienced Final Fantasy VII Remake in order to enjoy its follow-up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So we have made preparations so that players who did not get a chance to play the first game can fully enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, co-director said in an update published on Monday. So I guess it is like, I guess they're going to do a recap. That's the best bet. Shout out to Red Hood 420 who brought that up. Yo, Big Cloud, what's good with you, bro? What's good, fam? Yo! Fake Pear Bear Man, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He said, I was late. Talk about Dreamcast guy again. Oh man, we ain't gonna spend time on that dude. We ain't gonna spend no more time on that dude. I just, you know, at the end of the day, all I could do is laugh. So we had a little bit of a funny. But I appreciate you pulling up, Fake Pear Bear. It's always good to see you, fam. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 5. Yo, Red Clouds, what's up, man? Arcade, what's good with you, fam? Kingdom Hearts 3 had a video for every game in the series. Okay. Development is progressing smoothly and according to plan, producer said. Second entry in Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy was announced in June 2022. I'm hoping to see this game, like, come out next year, because, real talk, like, I don't think anyone was expecting these games to be so far apart from each other. Like, just the thought that a game, which was the original Final Fantasy VII, is getting separated into multiple games was, like, insane on its own. But now we're talking about games, like, one game that's being split into multiple parts, and now these games are taking forever to come out. I just, look, man, what I'm hoping for this, I like the first game. I would like to see them improve on the combat. That's a must. That's important. Man, yeah, I can't sit here reading Dreamcast guy slander, guys, in the chat. I can't just outright be reading Dreamcast guy slander. The only required reading is super chats, because obviously it is what it is. But I can't be reading no Dreamcast guy slander just freely in the chat. I said what I said, and I don't take it back. That's facts. Rather release dates for super far apart than super close together. Yeah, but like honestly, I'd rather like Final Fantasy VII had been one game instead of multiple. So like that's the thing. They already brought it to this ridiculous state in which we're dealing with one game that's split into multiple parts. Nobody knows how many parts it is. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 10. We don't know. Just for one game being remade, like Square Enix has seriously went extra as hell with this. And so I thought that we were going to see a game like every 2 years or so, and clearly it's taken longer than what I assumed. And I guess I was foolish to have assumed that. But in Square's second daily developer update on Saturday, the director commented on players will traverse the world outside of Midgar. I'm interested to see that. It's going to be a bigger game. That's definitely super interesting to see. They say players will be able to journey across the wide, multifaceted world with a high degree of freedom. That is going to be interesting. Experiencing a myriad of different stories along the way, he said. Players will witness a chain of narrative developments that lie at the very heart of Final Fantasy VII's story while discovering each character's destiny. Story and scenario writer Nijima offered on Sunday. So this is going to be a massive game. I can tell that. It's going to be way bigger than the first one, which is going to be interesting. Unlike Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was released on PS4 in 2020, before making its way to PS4 and PC the following year, Rebirth won't be available on for Sony's last-gen consoles, which is good. Good, okay? It's time to leave last-gen behind. For real, it really is time to leave last-gen behind. Yokai Gypsy says, I want a Parasite Eve remake. Bro, that franchise has always intrigued me, but I never had the opportunity to play it. A remake would probably scare the hell out of me. You need to apologize to Freddy Krueger again. I'm sorry, Freddy Krueger, okay? I'm sorry for disrespecting you by comparing your face to Dreamcast guy's face. Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. Podcast guy, y'all funny. Always said the game was gonna make or break the franchise. This game was gonna make or break the franchise. You ain't lying, Zero. That was a good. That was definitely good call on that part. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. There's a lot of way. It's cool that this game is being like they intend for this to be bigger than the first remake, but there's a lot of ways to f this up. We'll have to see how it goes. Open world games, I feel like there needs to be less of them because a lot of them don't get them right. We'll see what happens. Sorry if I look so pessimistic, but when they build something as a remake and immediately turn it into a soft reboot, I can't just be okay with it. I understand that. I know that, like, this, like, for me, I haven't beaten Final Fantasy VII, the original. I played the first part of it in order to be knowledgeable, to be able to compare and contrast the remake. And I haven't kept up with it. So I know a lot of people hold particularly this game very near and dear to them for good reason. It's an iconic and important game to gaming. So I understand how you feel. Like, if, you know, like, for example, Mafia was one of my favorite games. When it got remade, I enjoy Mafia, the remake. But at the same time, too, you know, Polly is not Polly. They completely changed that character. So I understand. The last Final Fantasy best game was Final Fantasy 15. Hey, you know, I wish I would have had that experience because I played 15 when it first dropped. And it was a piece of shit back then. It was depressing. I heard a lot of people played it, you know, years later when it was a full game, a fully well-crafted experience, and people seem to enjoyed it. And I wish I could have had that experience, but hey, Square Enix got me early, and they fucked me over. So the boy band one. Uh-oh, we got... Hold on. Let me go get Ziggy real quick, guys. I have returned with a prisoner. With my prisoner. Say hi, Ziggy. He wants to go back to sleep. To be honest, I'm more of a fan of... Oh, Falcom? Falcom has some awesome music. I'll listen to Falcom music of games I've never even played before. They absolutely kill it. Ziggy. Ziggy, be nice. Say hi. Say hi. He's just like, I want to go back to sleep. I couldn't even find him at first. Then I realized, oh shit, he's in his cat tree because his cat tree is gray, and obviously he's a gray cat, but he blends in so casually with his cat tree. He just wants to chill on my lap and take a nap. That's definitely his go-to. Hey, I don't know how to say your name, but Petran, if I'm not mistaken? Yes. This little Ziggy, he's a cute little kitten. He's about to have a birthday soon. Me and him have birthdays in July. His is July 16th. Yo, fuck Norris, let's give it you, fam. Delta, you about to take a nap like Ziggy Man? Ooh, Iman said he just uploaded some FF7 remake content. Okay, I see you. Petran, beautiful cat. Aw, thank you so much, Petran. I really appreciate that. He's a cute little man. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Can't complain. I got my favorite little man right here. Are you excited for the return of CM Punk at Collision? He ain't gonna make me watch AEW again, that's for sure. It's been a minute since I've been into wrestling, man. It just ain't worth my time. Oh no. Zetroga? Are we talking about, oh man, I have to remember homie's name again. Ah! I'll definitely have to check out your Final Fantasy VII Remake content, though, man, after the stream. Persona 4 Golden was great. I enjoyed Persona 4 Golden. I wouldn't mind actually playing that again. But, I don't know about you guys, man, but film has been so disappointing for me lately. Years now, actually. Multiple years. The only time I go to the movie theater now is if I'm drunk. I will walk into the theater drunk, and an hour in, I'm somehow sober. That's how it usually works. And it doesn't seem like things are going to get much better. Or at least consistently going to get better. Because look what we have to look forward to, guys. Are you guys excited for this? Are you guys excited for this? Not that I value Metacritic scores or Rotten Tomato scores by any means, but if the critics are automatically saying this, the shills are saying that these films are ass, then what does that mean for film? Yo, Maz, what's up? Good? What's good, bro? Good to see you. Hell no, I'm not seeing The Flash. I don't even acknowledge that fucking movie's existence. I'm sorry, bro. I try to avoid supporting garbage human beings that get away with bullshit. That's just me personally. And while I really love Michael Keaton as Batman, I ain't nostalgic enough to go watch that movie for him. But there ain't much to look forward to. That's for certain. Ratchet and Clank Salt is keeping you nourished. Yo. Real talk, man. Yeah, I saw that shit up on CD Keys. I'm like, damn, son. Motherfuckers on PlayStation paid 70 for it. I paid 70 for it. Yeah. I paid $70 for this game, okay? It was a good game. I love the game. I played through it. I even got the platinum. That's rare because I don't really do plats like that, but I really wanted the platinum because I really enjoyed this game. It's probably it's probably my favorite PlayStation 5 game, okay? There's not much competing because I don't think PlayStation 5 games that have come out are even worth buying, let alone putting up here. But Ratchet & Clank, while I paid $70 for this game, and I don't regret it, it's insane that on CD Keys, that shit is like 40-something bucks. And PlayStation fanboys is mad as fuck. They really feeling it. Because, yo, not for nothing, Console Kremlins, I was telling y'all for the longest, man, $70 ain't the way. $70 ain't the way. And what everyone tell me? What everyone tell me? Oh, man, you just cheap, blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, most of the people that fucking call me cheap, they fucking game share anyway. They fucking game share, bro. That shit pisses me off. So you pay like $35 for the games, saying that, oh, $70 is cool. If you 50-50 with your game share partner, you don't even pay $70 for games. You pay $35, motherfucker. Me, I buy my games. You know why? Because I actually appreciate the concept of physical media, okay? Physical media, I appreciate it. I like the concept of displaying my game. I love collecting it, owning a piece of art forever that I value. Now, if your game is trash, I don't care to own your game physically. But motherfuckers that game share anyway, do not value physical media, are ruining the medium, are literally eliminating the entire point, the one redeeming quality about console gaming. They don't buy physical media, and they don't pay for all their fucking games because they game share with their girlfriend anyway. I buy all my fucking games. I buy all of my games. Unless I'm gifted something, you know, like obviously the small things. But the mass majority of time, I buy my own games. I bought Diablo 4. Okay, I don't game share with anyone. I technically game share with my brother because our accounts are linked. My brother doesn't play any fucking games on PlayStation. He doesn't play any of them. So I'm technically game sharing with my brother, but he doesn't contribute to buying any of my PlayStation games. He doesn't play any of my PlayStation games. Did you buy the Diablo 4 KFC sandwich? No. No. Man, you think I would go to, like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone. If you went to a fast food restaurant just to get beta access to Diablo 4, man, you have more willpower than me. Let's just put it that way. You have more fucking willpower than me. Pirate. You pirate and you're proud. Okay, I see you. I ain't mad at you. Look, I'm getting to the point where it's hard to justify buying any of these fucking games to begin with, a lot of them. I'm trying to hold out. I'm trying to do the right thing. But I speak out against these garbage-ass games and hope, and this garbage-ass industry in hopes that things improve. But there will come a breaking point where I'm like, is it really worth buying any of this shit anymore? I feel like that's where we're headed. But listen, if you game share, do not come to me telling me I'm fucking cheap. Do not come to me telling me, oh, $70 is justifiable. You pay $35 for games, so kiss my ass. Okay? Straight up. Anybody that wants to tell me some shit like that. Oh, $70 is okay. Think of the devs. Because it ain't coming out of your pocket the whole way through. You don't pay for all your fucking games to begin with. I'm tired of that shit, dog. Tired of it. And you know what? Like, that's not even, like... The thing is, like, I noticed this before the discussion last night, Delta. And it's not to throw shade at any of my homies. Like, this is something from some of the predominant PlayStation dudes in the industry that I have had these debates with the $70 price tag. And most of them fucking game share anyway. They do. But then they'll sit there and try to fucking tell you that, oh, $70 is the way. Don't be a cheap fuck. It's like you're a cheap fuck because you game share. And you don't pay for all your shit. Okay, I buy less than like half the fucking games that I used to because they just ain't worth their price point, and $70 is ridiculous. I have to really be hyped. You have to actually genuinely make me hype for a game for me to actually buy that shit. Yo, G, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But I have to keep it 100, man. A lot of these fake-ass motherfuckers out here that will fight with me. That will actually call me cheap. And no one called me cheap last night in the chat, Delta. So this ain't even, like, it ain't even about that. But motherfuckers have called me cheap in the past for saying $70 ain't worth it. And what I noticed is that the mass majority of them fucking game share. $70 up front, and then you have hundreds in microtransactions. Yeah. Yeah, and I have to call out Diablo 4 for that shit, too. Fucking bullshit, bro. Fucking bullshit. Like that, I understand the one thing that's at least semi-redeeming about Diablo is that the microtransactions, at least for now anyway, are cosmetic, and they're just cosmetic. But those cosmetic prices are retarded. They're like more than the price of most indie games. Yo, Soul Eater 23, what's good with you, fam? Sander says I'm frugal with my own money. Other people's money is different story though. I think everyone's kind of like that. I mean, I don't want people like if people are kind enough to buy me stuff, I really appreciate that. You know, like it happens, like birthdays or whatever have you, or sometimes some people are feeling nice. But please don't buy me trash. I don't want people to waste their money like that. Jacob says I'm avoiding Diablo 4. I don't blame you. Yep, almost $30 Necromancer skin. And it's like, if you're going to play every single character in the game, you have to buy and you want them to be looking fire, you got to buy a skin for every one of them. And the skins go from like $13 to like almost $30. For each character skin. You don't have, there's no skin that basically is attachable to every single class. Every class has their own set of skins. So if you want to buy a skin for every character, if you're going to play every character and you want a dope ass looking skin for each character, you have to buy each skin for each class separately. So it is bullshit. Thankfully, I don't care. I don't care personally. I haven't bought any skins for Diablo 4. I don't really care. Whatever skins I do happen to unlock in the game, I kind of just customize and just run with it as is. Yo, Bob says, I will gift you a trash. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yo, Pierce Taylor, man, thank you so much for the 5, bro. He said $5 for the popcorn share. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you, fam. Yo, guys, what's good with you, man? Shout out to Septic Sauce. That's the dude right there. He keeps it 100. Always appreciate Gas keeping it real. Shout out to Septic Sauce, man. Moving up there real quick. It is just cosmetic, Delta. Facts. If you're not baited, the thing is, some people are baited by that, and I get it. It's like they try. You have to understand, these major companies, like, they break it down to a science. I feel like, here's the thing. So here's my theory, and it makes perfect sense, at least in my brain. You could tell me. The biggest reason why these companies want to guilt gamers and get more guilt gamers for not including women, even though obviously, like, you could play whatever the fuck you want, or like these companies want to protect women in gaming and get more women into gaming, even women that don't like the hobby, is specifically because of these particular cosmetic microtransactions. Women care a lot more about cosmetics on average than men do. So to push basic bitch DLC instead of the actual story DLCs, like the stuff we used to get, you know, early last gen and gens prior. Basically, let's do the lowest common denominator of, well, let's get more women into gaming that care more about cosmetics than men usually do. Make sure these women are protected in gaming so that they can lucratively give up all their money on bullshit ass cosmetics and make nothing but cosmetic DLC. Foolproof plan, right? And literally disrupt gaming entirely by trying to include people that don't like the hobby to fucking begin with. But that's my generalized theory on what we got going on in gaming today that's been going on the past 5+ years. I mean, there's a reason, there has to be a reason why this big massive push for women in gaming and cosmetic sales all at the same time. But hey, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. But I feel like there's very much a direct correlation here. More direct than I think people are actually, you know, leading onto or think. Very, very, very direct. Very on the nose, actually. Anita Sarkeesian versus Frost, who would win in a mud wrestle fight? Please make it be like a fully clothed, like, mud fight, okay? I don't want to see nothing Anita got if she got in anything, and I definitely don't want to see what the fuck Frost got, okay? Don't want to see none of that shit. Let me get a water. Mr. Oily, what's up? That's a legit theory. I mean, obviously, to me, it makes sense. I mean, it's not like any of these companies actually care about anyone. I mean, anyone actually thinks that, you've been swindled. Yeah, exactly, G. I would definitely pay to keep their clothes on. Do not take your fucking clothes off, bitch. I will drop 100. Please, just keep all of your clothes on. That dude, so Deftone says, that dude that spent 100K on Diablo Immortal, about to drop another 100K on Diablo 4. God damn. That's insane, bro. That foam gaming shit is cancer. They're trying to push that on like actual gaming while making you pay $70 for a base game. They also want to put phone microtransactions on you, so we still fighting that good fight, right? But guys, I did want to move on to, you know, just some movie stuff, because look, I ain't looking forward to much, guys. I don't want to see this Spider-Verse film. I know that a lot of people love it. If you like it, that's cool. But I just don't care. I'm tired of, like, superhero stuff, you know? You'd be forcing me to go to the movie theater. I don't care if it's 100. It's a 10 out of 10. I don't care if it's a perfect film. I just don't care. But here's what we have to look forward to. But, guys, the one thing that pisses me off the most out of anything else is remakes in film at this point. I'm so sick and tired of remakes. And who is the most infamous for this shit the past 5, 6, 7 years? Disney. And I'm here to celebrate, dog. I'm here to celebrate because, The Little Mermaid was a flop. Good. Fuck Disney. I hope they lose more money. Where's your next remake? Please, give me another one. Okay, give me another one to root for you to fucking lose money on. Go fuck yourselves, Disney. It is time to keep losing money. Bleed, okay, Disney? Bleed. I root for you to lose, okay? And there's a lot of, debate on The Little Mermaid 2023 film. I don't really care about that debate. I just am sick and disgusted by remakes. They remade The Lion King, which is one of my all-time favorite films. I was obsessed with that movie for many of my childhood years. And did I see The Lion King remake? Hell no. Hell no, I had zero interest. You can't even bait me on my favorite childhood film that I still love watching to this day. I've seen that movie probably more than any other movie. So, you can't bait me in my favorite movie. I certainly am not going to watch this bullshit. I'm so glad my best friend doesn't want to watch it. I have a very anti-Disney policy when it comes to actually hanging out with anyone. We can go to the movies if you want to, but I will not watch any Disney bullshit. I want Disney to bleed as a corporation. Okay, suffer, motherfucker. Michael Wells, what's good with you, fam? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yokai Gypsy said, I tried to watch Across the Spider-Verse and then switched watching Warrior Nun. Lion King remake was trash. I didn't need to see it to know that. I knew from the very jump that it was going to be trash. Yeah, I will say the one interesting thing about this Transformers film is that the other monsters, the Maximals, is in the film. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yes. Yes, good. Supper Bud Light style. Rome, what's good with you, Rome? Rome says Beyonce can't act. Oh, man. Remember that movie Beyonce was in? Hold on. Let me see. And Idris Elba. Remember that garbage-ass movie? What a waste of Idris Elba's time and of time and effort. I hope he got paid well for it. It's called Obsessed. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit movie. What a garbage-ass waste of Idris Elba's time. Yeah, Beyonce can't act worth shit. And for people to pretend that she can, yeah, right. You ain't Aaliyah, hun. I'm sorry. You'll never be Aaliyah, Beyonce, okay? The only thing that you got over Aaliyah is that you got to live, okay? But YouTuber and box office analyst OMB reviews declared that Walt Disney Company's Little Mermaid is a massive flop for Disney following film's second weekend at the box office. So I don't know how people didn't think this was gonna flop, because I mean, like, who is this film for? It's not for people that originally loved The Little Mermaid. Who is it for? I mean, the only thing that demographically I think this movie's for is probably for Black women. That's the only thing I can come up with. And it's like, that's a small demographic to aim for, at least in America. Now, this movie I've heard has been kind of panned by, outside countries, especially China. But I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? China gonna China. They didn't go see it. What a fucking surprise. Yes, G. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Gone far too soon, man. She had so much more to give. She actually was a decent actress. Would have loved to have seen her in more films. But what are you gonna do, man? The good die young, right? Roasted mermaid is delicious, yo, son. But he said in a video looking at the past weekend's box office numbers, OMB reviews opened. The Little Mermaid dropped 58% domestically and is still making next to nothing internationally. Yeah, basically outside of America, no one wants to see this fucking movie. And let's just say the film is essentially guaranteed to not only flop, but also to be a massive flop for Disney, and could ultimately be one of the worst performing movies in their entire history. Damn! But keep making your remakes, Disney. I love to see you suffer. He argues now, of course, this is all on the fact that many people, when looking at the box office, are failing in the comparisons, especially to Aladdin, to remind themselves that the ticket prices back in 2019 were very different from when they are today. And also, of course, as everyone loves to always hear, that everyone always wants to get triggered by the rate of inflation, that changed as well. And it's like, look, man, this movie ain't gonna make no more money. I mean, personally, I don't care about Across the Spider-Verse, but you're telling me that someone's gonna choose to watch The Little Mermaid over Across the Spider-Verse? Are you kidding me? A movie that it seemed to be a good movie, at least from what I've heard from, you know, people that I think, you know, are a pretty good judge of what a decent movie is and what isn't. Think that people are actually going to go see The Little Mermaid over Across the Spider-Verse, that a film that a lot of people are saying is really good? Hell no. Hell no. According to the numbers, The Little Mermaid's box office gross fell 58% its second week at domestic theaters to just 40 million and grossed 95 million in its 3-day opening weekend during Memorial Day weekend. The total domestic box office now sits at 186 million. The Little Mermaid did add to its international total, with Deadline reporting it brought in 42 million in its second weekend. The film only brought in 68 million in its opening weekend internationally. Total international box office sits at 140 million. The film's global gross sits at 326 million. It reportedly had a production budget of 250 million, meaning the film is still in the red. And as OMB Reviews notes, it does not look like it will be turning black anytime soon. So you have to understand, when it comes to how, you know, films are made, it's not just the production budget that you have to take into account. This movie isn't like actually making money. You have to also account for advertising. They've advertised the fuck out of this movie. So a lot of people tend to say that the advertising budget, you tend to double the production budget. Who knows how much they spent on advertising? I think they probably did, you know, put a lot of money into trying to advertise the movie. So it looks like they need like around that 500 million to break even. And obviously a film that breaks even is not a success. I don't see it. Who knows if this movie will even break even, really. Comparing to the film to Aladdin, which released on Memorial Day weekend back in 2019, OMB Reviews says, I would suspect, based on tracking and based off of percentage, we're looking at this movie maybe being able to get to 300 million domestically. Maybe. We still have to wait to see if that's even going to happen. I don't even know if it's going to do that, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a good judge. But there's a lot of competition coming. Aladdin never happened, yes. As far as I know, it didn't. And you forgot about Fast X Remake. You'll also skip Gran Turismo. Yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't want to support any of these Sony movies. Not unless they put it up for free. If you bought a PS5, you could watch Gran Turismo for free. Okay. But I'm not going out of my way to watch a Gran Turismo movie. First off, I want Sony to concentrate on giving me games. Fast X is garbage. Better to be the last movie. They have like 2 more planned, right? So yeah, it's definitely not the last. That's for sure. Sad to say, right? But yo, hold on. Sergeant Sentinel Gaming. Good afternoon, bro. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you, fam. It looks like a crappy racing movie. Yeah, like generic, right? I don't know. For some reason, they thought that was a good idea. Yo, Sandor said, I hope we get a Malcolm X movie with Matthew McConaughey as the lead. Bro, no! No! Please, God, no! Have to head out. Take care, Cass. Yo, appreciate you pulling up, Neo. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Malcolm X is a great fucking movie, man. They don't... I'm not gonna lie. I want to see they don't make him like Denzel no more, you know? They really just don't. He's one of the last great, truly profound actors of our time. Or honestly, one of the last truly important actors of our time. But I'm low-key interested in I'm interested in seeing what you call it, The Equalizer 3. I'm kind of interested. Equalizer 2 is mid. That last act fell apart. No, but it's Denzel. You can't help but be excited, you know? Like, I think that's fair to say. Can't help but be excited. It's fucking Denzel. Or at least I want to be excited for something, you know? What's the last good movie you can legitimately say was a good film that was released recently or even in the past 10 years? Immediately I want to say Prisoners, but there's definitely been good movies that has come out since, admittedly so. Prisoners was amazing. Had a great cast, Jake Gyllenhaal. See, I haven't seen Blade Runner 2049. I need to check that one out. I can't think of like a recent film that I've seen that was legitimately good. I mean, like, shit, you know, you got Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, uh, Terrence Howard, Viola Davis. Definitely, it was an all-star cast. Prisoners was awesome. Joker 2019 is a great film in its own right. It actually managed to like branch out of that superhero film. But I will say it's a lot in the same vein as Falling Down or Taxi Driver. It's the same vein of film, but I think it's cool that they did it from a comic book perspective and made me not hate it because it's a comic book related film. So shout out to the Joker for pulling that one off. That's the one thing that makes it different and unique, despite it literally being the same thing as Falling Down. Nocturnal Animals is great too with Jake as the lead actor. I need to check that one out then. Dune Part 2 is this year. I need to watch Dune, the first one. Like for me, it's so hard to get me to watch really long films. I'm here. I heard a lot of great things about Dune, so I definitely will have to check that one out. I do have it on 4K. It's in this pile somewhere. So it is to watch for me. But I do fuck around when it comes to that. Doom, it was okay to watch once, but after that, you gotta throw it out. Are we talking about the Doom film from back in the day? Because I'm talking about Dune. Joker reminds me too much of the King of Comedy. I need to check that one out. What is a Woman? Last good movie. Dune was great. See, I keep hearing that. Like, people really, really enjoyed Dune. But to finish this one up, but ultimately 300 million domestically might sound decent on paper, especially when you compare it to a film like Fast X. But look at the international number. The Aladdin movie back in 2019 made $788 million internationally. Yeah. The Little Mermaid ain't coming close to that, y'all. Number one, Mad said Evil Dead Rise wasn't bad. I'm not an Evil Dead fan, so I'm not really a good judge, per se. Like, admittedly, I thought that there were some good qualities about it. Like, I thought that the redhead chick was a beast. Like, she really killed it. But I didn't really like it very much. But I can see how people would like it. So, it's just my particular taste, admittedly. So far, The Little Mermaid has made 140 million, and that means you're looking at best case scenario for domestic, maybe 350 million, best scenario. You add those numbers, that doesn't get you at 625 million, which is its break-even point. Yo! Continue to lose money, Disney. Love to see you fucking bleed. Later in the video, OMB Reviews shared his breakdown of the film and its box office hauls. First, he explained his process. All right, we get the picture. I'm just here to be excited about Disney taking a fucking L. All right, continue to fucking bleed, Disney. All right, I'm tired of these remakes. I'm tired of them pushing like the superhero nonsense, remakes of some of the greatest freaking animated cartoon films ever made. Disney like actually do something unique, new, try again, or die as a company. I don't care. Hercules is next. Well, you know what? I'll root for that one to fail too. Spice Girls movie had me shook, literally. Evil Dead is okay. Yeah, the original Evil Dead is a really, really dope-ass film. It's important. You know, I know that Sam Raimi got himself into a bit of trouble just making that film, but it was important to film to be able to do shit that was seen as, yo, you're not allowed to do this. So that really is what, you know, it's good that film back then broke the rules, did shit that you know, wasn't allowed. And Sam Raimi did that with the original Evil Dead. That's why I do value the original, but I'm not like the biggest Evil Dead fan. It sucks that we live in a decade of remakes because most of them suck. Facts. And a lot of these films that are being remade don't need to be at all. Nato Alado. Cassie, why did you delete my comment the other day regarding Rob? Did it not make enough sense? So I believe you're the individual that went on like 20+ tweet tirade discussing my homie Rob Motto. I don't really discuss Rob Motto on the channel. He's a homie. If you have a problem with him, go talk to Rob about it. I'm not here to fucking be the person for you to rant at because you have a problem with Rob Motto, dude. Fuck off. You know, I didn't delete you. I hid your account from my channel because when you're literally spamming shit, like spamming a discussion about another man on a 20+ like comment rant, you're a fucking weirdo. Okay, so go fuck yourself. If you have a problem with Rob Motto, take it up with Rob Motto, all right? Other than that, kiss my fucking ass. No, can't politely talk about it because you're a fucking weirdo, not for nothing. That is some weird shit that homie pulled off. Like, yo, literally, I jump on my YouTube to look at comments because I like to at least read the comments. I'll put like a little heart, you know, just to let people know that I do try to keep up. You know, I do the best that I can with the time that I have. And I see this fucking dickhead. Whole long list complaining about somebody. Why, blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck out of here, dog. Weird shit, man. Jeez. Yeah, I'm sorry, yo. That shit is just weird. Not even just a troll, just an idiot. Why you come here dropping all these comments talking about another man? Yo, if you want to write love letters to Rob, then send them to Rob himself, bro. He has 2 Twitter accounts. Go send your love letters to him. Don't bring that shit over here. Shit. Weird. I mean, yo, if you want to get roasted, yo, I could roast you. You don't catch me doing that weird shit. If you want to be weird like that, hey, you could pull up, but I'm going to embarrass you. That's really what it boils down to. Very, very weird behavior, man. But guys, that definitely what I'm interested in, like the biggest thing I'm interested in is checking out this ROBOCOP hands-on preview from IGN. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested in the game. You know, I'm a ROBOCOP fan. I really love the original film. Part 2 was decent. I could watch Part 2 and actually have some fun with it. The fact that what instantly drew me to ROBOCOP, this game, ROBOCOP Rogue City, was the fact that Peter Weller is a part of it. Peter Weller is the original ROBOCOP voice actor. So you could tell that, you know, the people behind this film, behind this game, understand what ROBOCOP fans want. Now, they've made Terminator Resistance, which was a decent game. ROBOCOP gameplay, is that PS5 or PC? Let me see the deets. Check out our hands-on ROBOCOP Rogue City preview. We played the opening hours of the upcoming 80s action FPS. Faithful homecoming for ROBOCOP fans. It doesn't describe, it doesn't state what they're playing on. ROBOCOP, they canceled one for PS1. This better be good. Look, guys, I will say this. You have to temper expectations, you know? This is a B-tier developer. They did a decent job with Terminator Resistance. The focal point, what makes me interested in this developer is not particularly how good they are at making video games. They proved to me they can make a video game. Terminator Resistance was decent. It's a decent B-tier game. What has me interested in this developer is particularly they're actually fans of this work. Like, they're actually fans of Terminator. They're actually fans of ROBOCOP. They understand what, at least from a film fan perspective, like what we want when it comes to these long-standing franchises. More so than Hollywood, let's be real now. Oh man, the original ROBOCOP is awesome. It's so fun. It's like, it has this little hint of funny. It's serious as hell at some instances. It is gory. That game horrified me as a child. I couldn't rewatch it again until I was like 16 years old. I watched it when I was 8, and I saw the scene where where he gets killed, and it's just like, you know, I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it for years. It's great that they captured the feel of T2 movie in the Terminator game. Yes. So it's like, you have to temper your expectations. Will this be a full price game? In my opinion, I don't think it's going to be worth full price. If it is, I don't know what the price point is, but is it a good game to eventually pick up? For sure, I think it's going to be interesting. If it's as good as Terminator Resistance, at some point, it'll be worth picking up if you're a fan of ROBOCOP. But let's see. Let's see what they got.
Over 35 years since he first stomped the streets of Detroit, ROBOCOP returns to the front lines.
Your move, creep.
Teon, the studio behind Terminator Resistance and Rambo the video game.
So I think it's worth noting that the Rambo game was ass. That Rambo game was bad. But to be fair, that was a long time ago. And they've redeemed themselves, in my opinion, with Terminator Resistance. I think that they've redeemed themselves. Yeah, they did Rambo. It's worth noting they did it, but that was a really long time ago. Yeah, like the Rambo game, from what I know, was an on-rails shooter. And it was just really terrible. They ripped audio from the Rambo games. It was really weird. Red Former. Yes, yeah. Homie from that 70s show, the dad from Red Foreman from that 70s show messed him up. He was the main villain. It's interesting to look back on it and you're like, yo, this is the dad from the 70s show that was like the big villain of RoboCop. Yes, RoboCop Rogue City will be on Steam. Expectations for RoboCop totally gone now. Oh no. Oh no. Look, man, if you're interested and you're not sure about RoboCop, I'd say Terminator Resistance ends up being on sale, and maybe consider giving it a shot. And if you think that's a pretty good game, then hey, maybe you'll like RoboCop. If you think that, oh, Terminator Resistance, there's no redeeming qualities about it, then maybe RoboCop's not for you. That's the best thing I could say. Terminator is a B-tier game, but it adheres to the lore of Terminator, which I appreciated. And the gameplay was pretty decent. Yes, the pistol is a big deal.
It's primed for its most ambitious 80s action movie revival yet, set between the events of RoboCop 2 and 3, with Peter Weller reprising his iconic role. RoboCop Rogue City takes us back to old Detroit once again to clean up the streets, promising familiar faces, a huge help.
So Anne Lewis is in the game. I don't think she's going to be voiced by Nancy Allen. So, I mean, that sucks, but, I mean, it is what it is. But it's cool that Lewis is going to be in the game. So, I actually love her as a police officer. I think she's a very charming character from the first two games. Death Stranding is one of them. Definitely picking up this game up day one. There have been plenty of highly polished AAA games that I didn't enjoy and regretted paying full price for. Yeah, obviously we have to set our expectations, accordingly.
Helping of explosive violence and the franchise's gloriously stilted, cheesy humor.
Allowing dealers to steal from each other may result in less drugs on the street.
What? That would suck!
Rogue City is a bloody first-person shooter that takes us on an authentic trip to Alex Murphy's old haunts to chase a new threat.
So immediately, the first thing I get from this gameplay... is going to be very slow. Very slow. What are you talking about, Love Letter? Oh, you back for more, homie? You want to get roasted again? Hold up. Who are you calling? Yeah, this motherfucker's weird. You're very weird, bro. Yeah, son. Desperate as fuck. Clearly. Desperate for attention. Look, I don't know if you're a battered housewife or what, but you need to relax. Okay? Accusations are fucking weird. Is that Frit? Too bad I can't play FPS games. Hey, I understand. It's not for everyone. I think FPS is kind of getting unpopular nowadays. I still don't mind it. I'm up for third or first person. It doesn't bother me. Yes, back to RoboCop. But this is a very slow-paced game. RoboCop is a tank character. So, I mean, that is what it is. I think, to me, that's what makes, like, the remake of RoboCop trash. The fact that they tried to make him faster, more of, like, no, that don't work. So, that's something that we're going to have to accept when it comes to this RoboCop game.
Rogue City opens with a now familiar satirical news segment, which is interrupted by a gang of punky thugs dubbed the Torchheads. This band of criminals is heavily tied to Nuke, the highly addictive narcotic from ROBOCOP 2, and they proceed to take the Channel 9 news team hostage. Enter Detroit's shiny ROBOCOP and his partner, Agent Ann Lewis, who are called to quell the
Yes, Agent Lewis, baby! That's my girl, man. Like, a female character that's actually dope. Shout out to Lewis. Yes. But that's cool that she's in the game. What I like is the visual, the environment. It definitely does feel like a Detroit. Definitely does. So number one, Matt, I understand that, bro. Yeah, that sucks, bro. Motion sickness is terrible. I don't know if maybe increasing the frame rate helps you with that, but hey! Yo, Tatsusama, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the 5. He says, my friends call me Murphy. You call me RoboCop. Yes, another RoboCop fan. Yo, I love talking RoboCop. Because it's like, it's one of those things where Terminator, everyone kind of talks about Terminator. I feel like RoboCop's a little more niche. And it's always cool talking to RoboCop fans. Yes, thank you so much, bro. Rock on, fam. Always appreciate you, bro. This game could be third person. I was thinking this game would be amazing VR. Like, it's like, it just feels like it's made for VR, you know? Thank you for your cooperation.
disturbance and hunt down the gang's leader. This being RoboCop, restoring peace is done with little subtlety. Armed with his legendary Auto 9, RoboCop trudges methodically through the building, popping enemy skulls with each well-aimed shot. Despite his slow, tank-like movement, I've never played an FPS with a protagonist as slow and deliberate as RoboCop, and it took some time to adjust. He feels practically indestructible. He's so heavily armored he doesn't need to hide behind cover. He just soaks up bullets like a sponge. And if he runs low on ammo, no problem. Just walk up to the nearest criminal and punch a hole in his face.
Yeah.
As such,
It's super violent, it's bloody. That's good stuff right there. I do like the bloodiness. I would like to see more blood. Let's see some more blood. Could do, yeah, with the eye tracking, they could do that green target blip. Good point. I didn't even think of that. Red Matter 2 is awesome on PSVR 2. Like, this would make me tempted to get VR, like, honestly. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, Robo Boomers. Hell yeah, bro. I'm not a boomer, but I'll be a Robo Boomer, man. Hell yeah. Freaking RoboCop fan, man. If you have motion sickness, I recommend visual novels and turn-based JRPGs. Yeah, definitely. It's disappointing that his gun don't have the same sound effect as the original movie. Yeah, no, I definitely get you there.
Rogue City immediately makes you feel like a boss-level threat, and none of its early enemies really stood a chance against me on normal difficulty. RoboCop can neutralize a room full of enemies within seconds, and thanks to his scanning abilities, you can sweep and clear the surroundings with ease. While this
I like how you could just punch the shit out of someone. This would be insane for VR. This would be awesome. Like, this is an awesome potential VR game.
combat loop was satisfying for a couple of hours, I do question the longevity of it all. RoboCop will only get more powerful as the game progresses, and in the brief time I had with the demo, I didn't face a single enemy that posed a real threat. So where does the challenge come from? Hopefully that'll become apparent when we spend more time with Rogue City.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Like, he's a tank. He's tanky as hell. They get that right, and it's like the balance, because the film, you know, he is a tank. He's hard to beat. Like, he imposes a huge threat upon the criminals. So, like, to stay true to that, in the game, he also has to be tanky, but does that make for good gameplay or long-standing gameplay? Don't know. Definitely have to give it some time. I do hope that boss battles will pose a threat. Ooh, imagine if RoboCop was made by id Software. It's going to be insane. Yeah, you ain't wrong about that. You're winning you back? Okay. I mean, this is going to be a weird game. This could be good. It could be fun. Will it be fun long term? If this game is like 8 hours, I think that's, you know, that's good. But if it's more than that, I don't know. I don't know. To me, this is a solid, like, if it's an 8-hour game, you know, if it works well day one, I think this is a solid $40 game. Now, I don't know how they're going to go about it. How long is the game? Yo, Hypnotic, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you, fam. Hope you're doing well. We're just discussing RoboCop. I'm a big RoboCop fan. I like the first 2 films. And I do have RoboCop Rogue City, which is a game that's in development, and it has some interesting qualities about it. I'm a little, I don't know. It's a B tier game. We have to take that into account. Hopefully the game has those 2 ninjas. It'll be like Gungrave. I didn't play Gungrave. What's the longest game you've played, Cass? Huh. I don't know. Yo, is this dickhead back again? Is this dickhead back again? Yo, get this motherfucker out of here. Not for nothing. Get him out. Mods, manhammer, boy. Come in here trying to accuse me of victim blaming. You fucking up my stream. I'm the victim. Fuck out of here. I don't play that shit. P5, Persona 5's the longest game. Did you... Yo, I haven't finished that game. It's a good game. I need to go back to it. I actually bought the, so I bought the original version of Persona 5 and was playing through it. Oh, hell yeah, we got the snipers on the roof, bro. But, like, I fell off of it. I don't know why. But I bought the, what is it? The extra edition. And I do plan to go back to that at some point. But I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for that long-ass game. I think Persona 5 Royale is for me. Man, we got... What do they call those? Like rooftop Koreans or something? Persona is amazing. I played through Persona 4. That was a long time ago, though. Holy shit. Your move, creep. Yes. Yes. It's Dreamcast guy in disguise. Yo, son.
After a fiery first meeting with the Torchheads, I got a brief look at how Rogue City will tackle RoboCop's other duties. Alongside fights to the death with the main gang, you take on investigative objectives to poke around for clues at crime scenes and make arrests. RoboCop has no...
See, like, look at this environment, dudes. Like, just take into, like, take in the environment, man. Like, you really feel in it.
reservations about taking out hostile foes in one fell swoop, but some of Rogue City's side quests have been
Loving
restored
it.
order by more peaceful means. In one case, I could choose a non-threatening dialogue option to convince a suspect to part with valuable information about their whereabouts of a drug dealer, rather than making him cooperate. So violence isn't the only route you can take when chasing leads. In another side quest, my main contribution was simply carrying a drunk perp to a cell as a favor to another police officer. Furthermore, public trust is earned by interacting with Detroit's inhabitants, and there's a skill tree option that allows you to open up new dialogue choices to aid in your investigations. Detroit itself feels like a city in distress. The disheveled buildings and grimy streets are ripped straight from the movies, and the delinquents that lurk on street corners are more than just set dressing.
Yo, this, like, look, man, this is a B tier game. It is. But the environment is so much better. Like, what I'm getting from these environments is so much better than most other games. Most other games just look so plain Jane shit. Yeah, they definitely got his movements down real good. It's, in that sense, it's like if you're a fan of the actual games, I mean, if you're a fan of the films, like, you're loving this. Now, if you're a gamer and you're interested in a first-person shooter, I don't know. It depends. Are you into RoboCop or not? I think that's really what this boils down to. That is the make or break. Yeah, I hate IGN too, man. But unfortunately, they're still taken seriously by the industry, and that's why we're here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Skill tree out again. So just like the real Detroit. Yeah, it's just like the real modern day Detroit. I I mean, shit, RoboCop predicted how Detroit would be in, what is it, 40 years? So, yeah, we're here now. This looks like modern day Detroit. Man, y'all know I can't read this Dreamcast guy slander. This will be a $40 game. For that, it's looking good. Yeah, no, that's definitely a fair assessment, bro. It's a fair assessment. I agree with you. It's a solid $40 game. I hope that they really take into account the price point. I think that's really going to affect, you know, how far this goes. You found Dreamcast guy supported you? Or LA or New York or settled for San Fran? Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah, this definitely, like, if you told me this was Brooklyn, New York, I'd be like, oh yeah, you actually, this is a solid representation of Brooklyn, New York. Yo, y'all are wildin' in the chat right now. Y'all are wildin'.
Listen closely enough and you'll pick up splinters of conversations that, when you piece them together, may provide clues about where to lead the investigation next or open up new side objectives. Rogue City is built in Unreal Engine 5 and despite a
That's a big plus too. Like, Unreal Engine 5 game. I wasn't expecting that from this. I really wasn't. So that's solid. That's cool. It's cool to see that there's a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games that are starting to come out now. Yes, definitely. Facts, Astro. Price accordingly. It's releasing it September. Still, don't be like AEW releasing $60. Yeah, a week after Final Fantasy 16. I saw that and I'm just like, bro, is Kenny Omega involved in this project? I think Kenny Omega could have told anybody that, yeah, maybe we shouldn't release our game right next to Final Fantasy. Because he's a Final Fantasy fan. He's dressed up as Sephiroth. He's clearly voiced his like of Final Fantasy. Maybe he should have told the people behind this, like, yo, put some respect on Final Fantasy's name. If you want this game to not be DOA, maybe release it a little while afterwards. Yeah, Kevin Hart is going to be in the game. That's definitely a big plus there. For me, I'm interested in AEW if it's fun, but I'm not going to get it day one. I'm sorry, the game is not worth $60. I'll get it at, you know, I don't know, Black Friday or something like that. His finisher is called the One-Winged Angel too. Exactly. Like, he says he's a fan. He should understand that Final Fantasy, especially this Final Fantasy that's looking insane, don't release your game next to that. Yes, Unreal Engine 5, finally. Make it the norm, man. Keep it moving. Keep the gaming industry moving forward. Oh, hell yeah, I'm cheap. Especially when it comes to, like, stuff that's like, I could wait. You know, I wouldn't be cheap if games would properly bait me. Okay, I could be baited. It's just that most games now, they don't make them for me. So they don't really bait me. Most games I could wait for a mega sale. Because they aren't good at baiting me. They make games for a bunch of fucking 13-year-olds now, and they don't appeal to anyone else, and then they wonder why their games flop. Mr. Krabs. You know what? Mr. Krabs had a lot of money, so that's not a bad thing. He's a cheap motherfucker, but...
few frame drops and glitches in the preview build I played, its gloomy alleyways and neon-soaked shop fronts look slick and detailed. RoboCop himself looks fantastic too. Taeon has taken great care to recreate in every grille and compartment on his suit, and the city lights gleam on his armor when you stop to talk to other characters, even if there are moments where the lighting doesn't quite hit right. Noticeable camera shake and the heavy thud of RoboCop's foot.
They definitely respect in RoboCop, especially how he looks. They nailed that shit. Unreal 5 is great, but the games seem all look the same. Yeah, I mean, you gotta give them time. Definitely your early Unreal 5 games are probably gonna look samey in comparison to Unreal 4 games. We have to see how far they could take this engine, you know? So, we'll see. For what I heard, Unreal 5 makes developing games faster. So that's a positive, especially after, you know, the response to COVID, where people staying home, not as much work getting done. Yeah, like we're seeing the long-standing effects of that. So, ooh, hey, it's all good. Says I've been dabbling in Unreal Engine 5. It's pretty cool. That's awesome. Definitely keep killing it. They announced a sequel to Cyberpunk. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they did have RoboCop MK11. It's sad that they put him in a shit game.
Footsteps made me feel like a hefty tank when I was stomping through the streets.
Place looks deserted.
Damn, yeah, you actually hear him walking.
Didn't mix up the venue?
He is the type who likes to mix things up. We shall have to see.
Fans will immediately recognize other returning characters like Anne Lewis, but the majority of character models aren't anywhere near as realistic as RoboCop's. The Torchheads have a selection of different hairstyles and outfits to differentiate them, but you won't be paying much attention to their attire when you're caught in a firefight anyway. This rogue city is a grubby and authentic step into Paul Verhoeven's dystopian Detroit, and it springs to life on your patrols.
I love the environments, man. I can't say it enough. Like, they killed that shit. It really does. You feel like you're in it, you know? Yes, it is the same devs that did the Terminator game, so that's cool. And the bad Rambo game, yeah. City Project Red is terrible with the broken Cyberpunk game. Yeah, I hope they learn their fucking lesson and actually, you know, release the game when it's finished instead of the BS they tried to pull with Cyberpunk. We can only hope that they learn their lesson, they'll be better. But we will definitely be watching. We will be watching and calling them out if they don't. Yes, you ain't lying, Salty. They call it dystopian. Well, I mean, we are in the dystopian future that the 80s was talking about, all right? So, but what's good with you, Salty Butter Bags? Good to see you, fam, as always. Unreal Engines remind me of Renderware Engine. All games using it. Okay. So it's set in Detroit. RoboCop, what's good with you, by the way, Taylor? Good to see you. The RoboCop films take place in Detroit, a futuristic Detroit, which in the 80s is what they deem kind of like futuristic. So basically, modern day Detroit. Idris Elba's in the Cyberpunk add-on. Yeah, I saw that. That has me interested, man. I hope that DLC is flames and kind of redeems, you know, the game itself. The movies didn't mention anything about eating bugs. Big yikes. Big fucking yikes.
Between quests, you can use RoboVision to scan for nearby misdemeanors like traffic violations and disorderly conduct to ensure you clean up every nook and cranny of the city as you go.
You know what? If you really think you'll find evidence of that SUX ever being here, then be my guest.
Although RoboCop is still bound by his prime directives, I enjoyed the few occasions I was able to work around them to suit the kind of RoboCop I wanted to be. One side quest had me handling complaints at the police station, where I had the chance to decide whether to side with the individual or issue a ticket. In situations where things can turn violent, players will sometimes have the option to take a pacifist approach. There's certainly room for empathy in your interactions with the people in Detroit, and keeping them happy will increase your public trust score. Nonetheless, in the few investigations I've conducted so far, I was still met with plenty of opportunities to exercise RoboCop's silly humor, and sometimes that means being a little heavy-handed. For example, during one quest, I had the chance to utter a stiff one-liner before smashing up someone's radio because it was too loud. Was this unnecessary? Definitely, but justice was served.
Character models are really good. You see in Unreal Engine 5. So, like, these character models, you know, RoboCop looks great, but then the other character models definitely like meh. They definitely leave more to be desired, but I mean, they get RoboCop right. That's definitely the most important part, obviously. Yes, the police station definitely does look movie accurate. You can tell that they're fans of the films, you know. But it kind of reminds me of what is it? Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where Lara Croft's character model looks amazing, but then everyone else's character model looks shit. Yo, Spencer, appreciate you pulling up, bro. Take care of yourself, fam. Day one mod where you could play as the Imperial Guard from Oblivion. Yo, son, I'd be tempted. I mean, it's RoboCop, though. How can you replace RoboCop? I love Oblivion. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my all-time favorite games. But how can you replace RoboCop, man? For people who don't know, Renderware Engine is an engine used for developing games back on the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube games. Most most of the developers rely on the engine because it's easy to develop for. Okay, I appreciate you giving that context because honestly, I don't really know how to make video games. All I can do is say, oh, this looks appealing. That needs work. You know, I've only played video games. I haven't actually made them. So full disclosure on that.
You need to be taught some manners.
ROBOCOP starts with a few base abilities, including night vision, a shockwave that mimics a flashbang, and the option to temporarily slow down time to clear a room quicker. Aiming down sights scans the surroundings to highlight nearby enemies to make them easier to spot, and he can also move fast.
This feels like an old school game. Like I feel like I was just playing Gun last night. I don't know if you guys know that game, but it's like, how do I say it? It's a Western game, so you play as a cowboy. It's a really, really awesome game for its time. It's extremely dated. We're talking PS2, OG Xbox. I believe it had a 360 drop too. It was an early 360 game, but it was primarily on last-gen consoles. I played it on OG Xbox. I love that game. It's so dated now, but I don't care. I was playing, I was having fun. But like, you know how you go into your slow motion, you could instantly like, you have like your slow motion, kill all those dudes. Like I'm getting that vibe, that old school vibe. Lemonade, he said it looks rough around the edges. I'm definitely not copying it day one. That's fair. I mean, it really depends. Like, are you a RoboCop fan? If not, yeah, you could I could see why you wouldn't want it. But also they talk about the concept of choice in the game. It's cool that you can kind of have some choices on how you want to play out the game. So that's cool. Yo, Talos, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. Hey, no one mad. Appreciate you pulling up, fam. Have a good rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Better have the same soundtrack. Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up. Gun was fantastic back in the day because when Activision made more, back when Activision made more than just Call of Duty. Bro, facts. Yo, Gun is awesome. It's dated now, but they didn't care, man. Like they would like such shit would happen in the game. I was just enjoying playing it last night, even though it's relatively playable on mouse and keyboard, so I can't complain. But that was my jam back in the day. It's like the first, like the Western that I remember playing was Red Dead Revolver. And then, you know, shortly after Red Dead Revolver, like a couple of years later, Gun came out. And I enjoyed Red Dead Revolver and Gun so much. Like, I enjoyed them equally. Then stuff like Call of Juarez came out, Call of Juarez 2. I enjoyed those games, but not as much as I did Gun or Red Dead Revolver. Then obviously we got Red Dead Redemption 2. I love Westerns. I love cowboys. I love the films. I love the games. Yo, FaZe, what's up? It says like Terminator Salvation, gonna wait for a discount. They're getting better with these old school movie games. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that. I'm interested. I don't know if I'm going to get day one, but I definitely see I see the issues and I see redeeming qualities. So it's like, it's a mixed bag, but I think they did a decent job representing what RoboCop is supposed to be from what I'm seeing here. How old are you, Cassie? You don't look that old. Oh, I'm about to be big 30 this July. So I'm not looking forward to it, guys. Definitely not.
Shifting from a slow, deliberate stomp to a heavy, brisk walk. Additionally, these abilities can be upgraded to improve their effectiveness and in some cases, turn them lethal. For example, continuing to invest points in the combat branch of the skill tree eventually buffs Robo's shockwave to instantly kill enemies, whereas sticking with armor upgrades his suit so it deflects bullets to damage enemies. RoboCop's potent primary weapon, the Auto 9, has its own tab of upgrades that are unlocked throughout the game's 20 to 30 hour campaign, but I didn't get to see.
Whoa, hold on. They said 20 to 30 hour campaign. Okay, that's sus. That's sus. I'm not gonna lie. That is sus. 20 plus hour campaign for a RoboCop game? So it depends on what kind of gamer you are. For me, I don't like my time wasted. So I just want games that get to the point, even if they're shorter. Like, I actually appreciate a short game. I return to short games. Like, I'll play Bayonetta 1 and 2, like, 5 times before I play, like, a fucking 30, 40, 50-hour game. So, to me, I'll play... Shit, I played Mafia 1, Mafia 2 multiple times. Mafia 3 I'm trying to get through. It's a slog. You're young still, Cassie. I'm turning 50 next year. Yo, shout out to Talos, man. Old school gamer. Got you. Like, for me, 20, 30 hours for a RoboCop game. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. I feel like they're definitely stretching it. I feel like that's the stretch to make it possibly a $60 game. Still haven't gotten a chance to buy Terminator Resistance yet. Definitely check it out when you get the chance, Lemonade. It's pretty damn good. They have a PS5 drop. So that will definitely be up your... or you could buy it on Steam. I know you got Steam Deck. I don't know how it runs on Steam Deck. Yeah, if this is like filler content, if this is a $60 game that has a lot of filler in it, this is a wait for a sale. That straight up, just being real with y'all, I love RoboCop. I want to support the game, but a 20 to 30 hour campaign, what do you got there? Speaking of Bayonetta, I need to finish that. Yo, man, you definitely need to finish that. Definitely need to finish it. Yeah, that's sus to me. So that's the first big negative I've heard thus far. Happy birthday, new to this channel. I'm sub. Yo, no, it's not my birthday yet. All right, July 27th is my birthday, guys. So I appreciate you, subbing to the channel. But July 27th is my birthday, so wish me a happy birthday toward the end of July. But thank you, I appreciate the sentiment. Hope you have a good birthday. Oh, it's Talos' birthday. Hold on. So, Talos, when's your birthday, homie? No, I said next year he's turning 50. Unless I missed it. You don't think you're buying this RoboCop game? I'll buy it eventually. Happy console gamer, nearly 50 word. That's my boy though. I've stuck by Happy Console Gamer for a damn long time. That's my boy. I'll stick up for Happy Console Gamer to the end, right?
See any of these enhancements in action. Players can also pick up firearms dropped by the city's lawbreakers and use them for a limited time. However, I typically stuck with the Auto 9 due to its reliability and unlimited ammo. There are also exploding barrels, hefty CRT monitors, and more to fling around Rogue City's destructible
FaZe, thanks so much for the sub. Appreciate you, fam.
I only encountered human enemies during the demo, a couple of whom wore helmets for extra protection, and some that carried exploding barrels. But more recognizable enemies include an ED-209 who featured in the trailer.
Yo, I want to see that. I want to see an Ed 209 like fight. I need to see that. But the fact that he said ED 209, not a fan, I can tell. Not a fan at all.
Won't appear until later in the game. There's no escaping RoboCop's trigger-happy approach, and nor would you want to, but ultimately he's still a police officer instated to uphold the law.
I like how you see the blood splatter on the walls. This game, despite it being clearly a budget title, has more, like, it's doing things that stupid, expensive games that have a lot of money put into them, some of those games don't even do. Prefer the movie Dread, to be honest. Dread, I love Dread. Don't get me wrong, but hey, I love Dread. The remake is amazing, but it's a different vibe. Like, Dread is way more serious. RoboCop is serious, but it has that little mesh of comedy in it as well. It really gives you that, like, what they thought the future would be like in the 80s. So that naturally feels different. A Dread game with Stallone would be fire. Hell yeah. But to be honest, I don't think he's the best Dread. I love the Dread remake a lot more than the original. I'm just saying. It does look faithful. You going to play RoboCop Arcade right now? Ooh. You own all... Alex, please watch RoboCop 1 and 2. 3, you can leave that shit behind. Alex, you got them? Definitely check them out, fam. They're awesome. They definitely, if you're into blood and gore and all that, it's definitely up your alley. Talos is remembering the good old days back when he was my age. Oh shit. They really will hate it because pro cop, that's a good point. Yeah, but I mean it literally, it's like if you're gonna bitch that RoboCop is like a cop, like go fuck yourself, not for nothing. Fuck you.
As such, there are several skills that build on Robo's eagle eye and lightning speed processing powers, which come in handy when you're searching for clues. Some objects, and indeed people, can be scanned to get more information during an investigation. There are also instances where you need to pause and collect a specific number of clues to analyze crime scenes. This is where Robo's deduction and engineering skills shine. Deduction provides enhanced scanning abilities, which help you detect more useful information such as safe combinations. Then, if you've leveled up your engineering skills enough, you can crack open the safes themselves. Arguably, the most interesting side of RoboCop is his psychology branch, which leans into the game's choice system. Investing enough in the skills doubles your public trust points.
RoboCop Arkham City, RoboCop Detroit City. Yes, sir. Oh, Talos said his birthday's July 30th. Yo, our birthdays are 3 days apart. Aw, snap. We gonna be celebrating, fam. Face says, I'm old school. Can't believe Marvel killed Punisher is without making a good video game first. So there is a good Punisher video game. It was on the PS2 though, so it's definitely a ways back, but it's worth emulating. At least from what I remember. But yeah, I definitely got a little bit of that Batman investigated Detroit Rock City, yo.
And later lets you predict the consequences of certain dialogue choices. According to the developer, the decisions you make throughout the game will impact Rogue City's ending, although we're not sure to what extent just yet.
Okay, so the options do lead to differences in the story. That could be interesting. Could be interesting. Carl Urban for the win. Stallone was Judge Dredd. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, the first movie was just not good. The remake really just... I love the remake, man. It was like... They just handled that shit so well. Dredd is awesome. If you have not watched it, it's a shame that that movie did not make money, because it's really awesome. It is far superior to the mass majority of action films nowadays, okay? Definitely much better than most action films nowadays.
Rogue City's game director says that some choices will determine which side characters live or die, but we'll have to wait to see how much of an impact this has on the story. Your choices also have consequences that may surface sooner than that. These can be almost immediate, such as coaxing out information that provides a lead in a case, to more subtle ripples later on. For example, letting a kid off with a warning for graffitiing may lead to you getting a favorable mention scrawled on a city wall down the line, opposed to something hostile. One thing that Rogue City doesn't shy away from is RoboCop's flashbacks to his life as Alex Murphy.
That is a big deal. I like that. Like, the whole backstory with RoboCop is one of those things that has always interested me. Dredd felt like a comic book version of The Raid. It was fantastic. That's a good comparison. That's pretty cool. Just came out when Hollywood was obsessed with remakes, which all had the reputation of being bad, unfortunately. True. You're not wrong about that, Astro. RoboCop should have spent more time highlighting historical police abuse of minorities. Oh my god, no! Not that bullshit! Yo, when we start seeing RoboCop slander hit pieces, you know I'm going hard on YouTube, guys. You guys know I'm going hard on YouTube. You know I'm ripping these motherfuckers to pieces. I hope y'all know that. Be prepared. Be prepared. I'm be ripping people to shreds. This is surprisingly deeper than I thought. Gameplay and world building. Yeah. it is interesting. Like they're trying to make it, you know, a little more than what we would expect from a video game, a movie video game. But that 20-30 hour game, that has me a little sus. Like, how much fodder is there going to be in this game? That I have to wonder. Speaking of which, when is Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC coming out? We're going to probably see that at Summer Game Fest, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's confirmed. Wasn't RoboCop remake PG-13? Yes. Fuck that movie. That movie can kiss my ass. I wiped my ass with the RoboCop remake. Okay, I only watched like the first 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, fuck this bullshit, and kept it moving. Why isn't Anne Lewis the protagonist? Dreamcast. Oh no.
This surfaces almost immediately as an ongoing malfunction, and it's something OCP is eager to fix. This side of RoboCop is clumsily handled in the movies and never.
Huh? Wait, wait. We have RoboCop slander in this IGN video? Bro. No, let me hear that
almost
again.
Immediately as an ongoing malfunction, and it's something OCP is eager to fix. This side of RoboCop is clumsily handled in the movies and never truly reaches a satisfying resolution by the end of the
Man, fuck this dude. Don't be doing that RoboCop slander, not in front of me, man. This dude could kiss my ass. He called Ed 209 ED 209, so I already knew. I already knew this was a fraud. Fucking fraud. Fuck out of here, boy.
Second film. But the game's developer assured me that this will be an important part of Rogue City's story, combined with the...
Okay, you know, while there was RoboCop movie slander, which, fuck you, IGN, for that. The fact that they are visiting that side of RoboCop is interesting to me. I'm very intrigued by that. Yeah, ignorant. Yes. IGN had to IGN. Never fails, right?
Dialogue options and decisions players can make, I'm keen to see how Teon dives into the lingering human fragments in RoboCop's memories, and whether they'll have a more meaningful impact on the story this time around. Overall, Rogue City has the makings of a faithful homecoming for RoboCop fans. The demo immediately nails the franchise's exaggerated badass tone, and it's pumped to the gills with...
It's not exaggerated. This is modern day Detroit. And every major city in most of the country. So I think it's pretty accurate. If you told me that was like that was Brooklyn, New York, I'd believe you.
Humor, violence, and all of the movie's callbacks you'd hope for. However, I'm curious to see how Teon plans to maintain RoboCop's momentum to keep combat feeling fresh and introduce more of a challenge as players unlock new abilities and upgrades. I've only played through Rogue City's opening missions and didn't have a chance to test the game on different difficulties, but I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get to see a wider variety of enemies or face a real threat that forced me to use RoboCop's full set of tools. While some of RoboCop's abilities sound promising, it's difficult to predict how much of an impact they'll have on the game's combat loop without trying them against tougher enemies. After recently watching the movies, I was excited to step into the shoes of a powerful action hero and tear through Detroit. RoboCop certainly feels capable of doing so, but I'm concerned that simply bulldozing through enemies will lose its appeal quickly. I'm also intrigued by the idea of seeing more of RoboCop's interactions with other police officers and the public, but as of now, it's too early to be sure how deep Rogue City's choice system really goes. For more on...
Alright, guys. I'm interested. They didn't lose me. So, look, it's a B-tier game. The one truly negative thing about it is that 20 to 30 hour gameplay. 30 hours in this game, I don't know. Yeah, definitely his first time, and he probably is like, well, let me find out how to hate RoboCop, and let me watch these movies. Chicago has Beetlejuice, big yikes. Chicago definitely does need RoboCop. The lazy homework of watching one movie to make a preview video and throw that subtle jab at the movies. The first two. Kind of want to see Cassie react to the terrible GameSpot preview. So GameSpot did a preview of it as well. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know how long I'm gonna look at this.
RoboCop Rogue City feels like a game trying too hard to emulate the experience
Oh no, one of these.
RoboCop tries so hard to.
RoboCop Rogue City feels like a game trying too hard to emulate the experience of its inspirations.
Astro, why you do this to me? 6 seconds! 6 fucking seconds into the preview, and already the slander. Already the fucking slander. Suck a dick, okay? You sound like you'd be much more enticed to do that than to play the fucking game. 6 seconds in. So why don't you just do that, motherfucker? Last thing we wanted from a RoboCop game was for it to not feel like RoboCop. Literally. So you have a dickhead that doesn't like RoboCop, doesn't want to play the game, but they're going to freaking whine about it. Here we go.
Having played a few hours of the game at a preview event, I'm a bit conflicted regarding how I feel about the upcoming sci-fi first-person shooter.
Do you like RoboCop? That is the make or break of this game. Either you like RoboCop and you could appreciate what's presented here, or you hate RoboCop and you have no interest in this. And it's completely fine for you to not like RoboCop and say, yeah, this isn't for me. I understand that, because not everyone has to like everything. But if you're going to not like RoboCop and then judge this game, then you're a fucking waste of my time.
Rogue City captures the look and sounds and overall feel of the first 2 RoboCop movies exceptionally well, but by sticking so close to the general vibe of those movies, it creates several moments that aren't very fun to play. It has good voice acting and some intriguing RPG-inspired elements working in its favor, though.
Yeah, he sounds like a sassy boy that wants to review fucking Animal Crossing or some shit. I don't know how long I'm gonna watch this.
In Rogue City, you play as old Detroit cop Alex Murphy, who, after being fatally wounded, is rebuilt as a cyborg called RoboCop. Armed with enhanced strength and durability, advanced scanning technology, and other cutting-edge tools, you're tasked with bringing lethal justice to the growing criminal element of the city. After a hostage situation leaves you partially damaged, however, you begin to remember your old life and the wife you once had, causing you to accidentally hesitate in a dangerous situation.
Yeah, we hate cops, so we're instantly gonna hate this within the first 6 seconds of the fucking preview. Why don't you give me a preview copy, Treyon? Give me a RoboCop fan, or give my buddy Blake, who's an even bigger RoboCop fan than me, okay? And I will interview Blake, and he can have his time with the game, and he could come to a conclusion if this is a good RoboCop game, okay? Why is it that you rely on these fucking dickheads that don't even care? They don't care about what you're trying to represent here. Review or give a preview of a game that someone like me that is a fan. I actually love RoboCop. I think I enjoyed the second movie. I have only seen clips of the third one. I won't bother. I think there's a 4th one or some shit. By that point, I'm disinterested entirely. But those core 2 films are good. Like, the first one is great. The first one is influential. The first one's important. That second one's a good sequel. Not as good as the original, but I enjoy it. I can it's very rewatchable for me. Get some people that actually will give you the truth. Like, what I'm getting from this, you're either a fan of RoboCop, you'll like it. You'll be like, some gameplay elements are probably meh. And then you're not a RoboCop fan, this isn't for you. That's what I'm getting from this, pretty much immediately. Yo, Joshua, what's good with you, fam? Does this guy sound like someone with a beard, glasses, soy face, and a wife that has a husband? Or is it just me? Yeah, this sounds, well, I think it's pretty accurate, except they probably do have, like, a boyfriend who their boyfriend probably dates an underage person and they're okay with it. I'm just saying, that's what these motherfuckers are. That's what they sound like. Don't care about fantasy or science fiction. Yeah, facts. Kane redeem RoboCop 2. Yep. It's look, it has good qualities about it. It has some qualities about it. I'm hearing this game is a 20 to 30 hour game. So that has me worried that is this going to be good for 20 to 30 hours? We don't talk about remake of RoboCop here. That doesn't exist. That's trash. Yeah, big pass in that third one. I will not watch that.
With your higher-ups wary of your mental state and the general public unsure if you can be trusted, you have to figure out how to proceed forward case to case to earn that faith back, all the while shaping the future of old Detroit. You can punish every crime with aggressive force, for example, or take the time to resolve things more amicably. This game emulates the visuals, sounds, and just the general vibe of the original RoboCop and its 1990 sequel, the two best entries in the franchise, very well. Much like Alien Isolation or Star Wars Jedi Fallen.
It's like, I'm going to try to appeal to RoboCop fans by saying this, but I really don't want to say anything good about this game. That's literally how he sounds. Could it be any more obvious? Yeah, it's only in first person, Joshua. Hey, Zahatagro, what's up, fam? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
Fallen Order, Rogue City feels genuine to the storyline of its respective franchise, recapturing the aesthetic and then squeezing a brand new story into a familiar narrative framework. Rogue City obviously differs from games like Alien Isolation or Fallen Order by not tackling its world from the perspective of a never-before-seen main character. This does mean, at least at first,
obviously. Imagine playing a RoboCop game and you're not playing as RoboCop. Like, are you kidding me? That would be ridiculous.
Glance from the few hours I played, Rogue City sometimes feels a little too close to the original RoboCop movies.
That's the point, dickhead!
Those movies already explored themes of control and free will through the lens of Alex Murphy, leaving Rogue City feeling like it's retreading old ground. It's too soon to make a definitive call on the full storyline, but I am worried that the efforts to keep Rogue City faithful to the vision of the original movies.
That's not even the problem. That's not the problem. That is the solution. That is the fucking solution. You're complaining about the solution.
May result in the story ultimately feeling, been there, done that. At the very least.
How many times have we gotten a RoboCop game? I know there's like RoboCop versus Terminator, arcade joint. Apparently it's retreading old ground because we clearly played the RoboCop movie, right? That was playable, right? Some people actually like the movie and would like to put themselves as RoboCop, but apparently this probably anti-RoboCop or cop dickhead finds problem and issue with that.
At least, I was able to see how Rogue City's faithfulness to the RoboCop movie's action resulted in what appears to be boring, uninspired combat. RoboCop is regularly depicted as a juggernaut of destruction in the movies, tanking bullets and dispatching criminals with the slow but lethal precision of a machine. Rogue City gives you a similar degree of power, which means you never feel like your life is in any danger.
So, you know, throwing away this person's opinion, they're basically saying, yeah, if you're into RoboCop, well, this is dedicated to the original two games. So
played through whole levels where, after a fight erupted, I just stood in place out in the open and slowly turned to kill everyone around me, one bullet at a time. The health I lost from the experience was trivial, and given the prevalence of healing items, it seemed like I couldn't go more than 3 rooms without stumbling on a small cache to refill my inventory. It left firefights feeling too easy. A room of gunmen isn't an engaging challenge in this case, it's merely an annoying speed bump slowing down the momentum of the game's story. All that said, I was playing the game at its normal difficulty. It's possible the game...
I'm complaining that the game is too easy, but I chose to play at the normal difficulty. Another one of those.
presents a more engaging challenge on hard. It certainly doesn't help that the shooting mechanics don't feel all that good. Presumably, in an effort to match the slower and mechanical nature of ROBOCOP, you also can't adjust your aim all that quickly, and the recoil of automatic firearms makes it tricky to land headshots, which are the best part of combat because pulling off such a feat rewards you with a wonderful explosion of blood and gore that splatters against the environment with a satisfying slap. The expansive skill trees at least hint at ways of improving your ability to land shots with presumably late game abilities, like ricocheting bullets off walls to strike enemies from behind, but I didn't see these
Outside with a Nerf gun is not playing RoboCop. Yo, Sandor. How dare they respect the source material? Why can't they be like Netflix with The Witcher? Yeah, literally, dog. You ain't lying. This guy makes me want to jump out of a window. You should stick to Last of Us Part 2. Facts.
Practice during the preview, so I don't know how much they actually help. And even if they do, your skill points feel better suited elsewhere. Rogue City features side quests, interrogations, and other RPG-inspired choice-driven moments, and spending points to increase your skills used in these areas gives you more fun options. I like that unlocking the ability to inherently know which responses and dialogue best appeal to the common good gave me some direction during conversations, and that unlocking more efficient scanning technology made it easier to find the necessary evidence to proceed on certain cases. There just seems to be more nuance and challenge on the RPG side of the game, where RoboCop can fail certain interactions, not end up with an ideal outcome, and have to find an alternative solution to the problem at hand.
Okay, so that means guys save and save often. That's what I do in all RPGs. I save and save often.
I'm curious as to how this side of the game might expand and evolve further into the story. Whereas the gunplay feels lacking, it seems like there's potential for the RPG-inspired elements to impact gameplay and narrative in interesting ways. The story of Rogue City seems to be a good time, even in its familiarity.
You know it pains him in his heart to say it. You know that he's crying inside saying this shit.
Seeing RoboCop fight against drug dealers with lethal force, struggle with his humanity and remembering his past, and aid a crime-stricken city is hardly new for the franchise, as we've already said, and the eerily stiff facial models make for some strange conversations, but the voice acting is good, leaning into that 80s action movie camp that made the first movie so beloved by fans. Familiar characters sound and act as you expect them to, while a handful of new faces hint that this game could maybe go in compelling directions that we haven't seen in RoboCop's story before. Whether it's enough to carry the game through its seemingly lackluster combat remains to be seen. All in all, Rogue City sits in a weird place for me. I love the way it looks and sounds, capturing the vibe of the original movies. I'm less impressed with the gameplay, however, notably how immaterial the combat feels where the protagonist is so strong there's never any enjoyable challenge to it. I do think the RPG-inspired side of the game has some promise, especially if those elements are used to tell a fresh story for the RoboCop mythos. But until we get our hands on the full game, we'll just have to wait and see. RoboCop Rogue City is scheduled to launch for Xbox Series XS, PS5, and PC in September 2023. And to keep updated on this,
No, I really have no interest in staying updated with you guys at GameSpot, you fucking losers. Not for nothing. Alright, whatever. Whatever, right? What do you expect from these fucking clowns nowadays? Oh, yeah, yo, it pained him to not bash the game. You could tell. Yo, was it Treyon? Hit up Solid Rev, who's hyped for the game. Hit me up, who's also hyped for the game. While I am hyped, I will give fair analysis, obviously. But, yeah, actually go to people that care to make a good game. Oh, yeah, Tatsu-sama, by the way, I do need to send you the picture that Ark made for you, so definitely will DM you that. He probably loves criminals. Yeah, it probably pains him to shoot the people that RoboCop has to shoot in the game. Yeah, I love the gore, G. Give me all the gore. I would definitely play the game. Is this a RoboCop game or is it something different? No, it's a RoboCop game. Zaha to grow. I got you, fam. After the stream, I'll hit you up. Word, Oz. I love RoboCop too. This game is looking like a good, like, you know, if it's $60, I'd say maybe wait for a sale unless you have nothing else to play and you love RoboCop. I'd say it's probably a day one. If you have nothing to play, nothing else piques your interest, and you really love RoboCop, that's probably for you to get day one. If you got a lot to play, maybe put this on the back burner, wait for a bit of a sale. If you're not a fan of RoboCop, I could say stay away from this game. Straight up. It's not for you. We don't need people that hate RoboCop giving bullshit ass thoughts on this game. You loved RoboCop when you were a kid? Yeah, it's too much of a love letter. It's too much for the audience that we're going for. 2 out of 10. So, Zahatagro, the game that we just looked at is called RoboCop Rogue City. It's very, very much inspired by the original 2 RoboCop movies. Basically 80s flicks that I love them. You play as a robot who is a cop. It's fairly simple. It's one of those things where it's very dedicated to its source material, so if you don't like RoboCop, you probably won't like it. If you haven't watched RoboCop, I'd say give it a go. At least watch the original film. The second film is decent. Anything else after that, avoid. Alright, Sandor. Appreciate you pulling up, fam. It was good hanging out with you. Really appreciate your commentary. This company only makes movie games. What do you expect? Yeah, exactly. And they're good at it. You could tell that they make movie games of movies they actually enjoy. And it shows. It shows, well, not in Rambo, that's for sure. But it shows in Terminator Resistance, and it shows in this RoboCop game. You love RoboCop's one of your favorite movies? Okay, so this might be up your alley then. Give me some Demolition Man, yo. Imagine if you could play in Demolition Man, if you could play as both Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Like you have a time with each of them. That would be sick. Hey, Matt Gordon, appreciate the sub. Thank you. That would be dope. But yeah, guys, I guess that's about the end of the stream, man. It was a good stream. Definitely stuff we wouldn't be able to cover on the Too Real for Feels podcast. So I figured, hey, man, let's discuss it. Let's chop it up. Ooh, Frostfang got his Ripperverse hat. I need to get one. I'm planning to get one. I had to actually cop a Diana Ross t-shirt recently because I'm going to Diana Ross concert at the end of the month. So I'm hyped for that. Had to be prepared, man. Okay, I love old school music, so. Hey, yo, Astra, always appreciate you pulling up, fam. Really do. Same thing, with everyone else. Lewis says, sorry, meant to say fave movie of all time. Ooh, one of my favorite fave movies of all time. It came out on my birthday. Saw it with my mom as a kid. Oh shit, that's awesome, man. Yeah, yo, good all. I'm still feeling it, man. I've been watching tons of Tina Turner videos of her interviews and her performances, and man, Tina Turner was amazing. If you don't know her music, definitely get to know her music. I would have loved to have seen Tina Turner actually perform. I watched her last, This Is It, I guess, concert, which basically it was 99 or 2000, her last performance before she kind of, had her retirement. So when she retired, I was 7, so definitely wouldn't have had much of a opportunity to watch Tina Turner live. But even in her 60s, man, she puts on a better show than the mass majority of artists that I've seen. All right. Hey, yo, G. Hug to G, man. I don't really give out hugs like that, but G is a good dude, man. Love you, G. Talos, I appreciate you pulling up, fam. Derpnator. Taylor. Yo, guys. Real quick, if you haven't, please like the stream. If you're new here, sub to the channel. We got lots of stuff coming your way, lots of content, lots of things to talk about. It's a big month for gaming, obviously. It's June, so ready to be hyped. Real quick, just want to say as many people as I can, thank you so much for pulling up. Thank you, Taylor, Talos, G, Derpnator. Gothic Chick, always good to see you, fam. Goodall. Sahate Grow, thank you so much for pulling up. Alex Receival, always pulling up. Astro, always pulling up. Iman, man, love you so much, bro. As always, hope you're doing well. Lewis, Frost, Goodall, Face, thank you so much for subbing. Sandor, thank you so much. Oz, appreciate you pulling up. Piers. Zero Dozer. Joshua, always appreciate Joshua pulling up. Tatsu, appreciate you, fam. Let's see. Michael Joe pulled up. Salty Butter Bags, always appreciate the homie. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, it's all good. Appreciate your input. Hypnotic was here, appreciate him. Soul Eater. Number one Mad was here. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for pulling up. Also, you know, obviously, thank you so much, Words of Paradise, Fake Pear Bear, Piers Taylor, Tatsu-sama. Appreciate the super chats, guys. You guys are too kind to me. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, like I said, hit the like button. We well surpassed the 40 likes. We hit 60, so thank you so much, fam. And guys, definitely tune in. We got plenty going on. Follow me on Kick. I love to stream on there, play games. And if you want to keep up with everything I got going on, follow me on Twitter. Best place to find me. And yeah, guys, love you and send them out. Peace.